Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. This is a story of something lost and never found again. A sad story, a strange story, but in no sense a warning, for certainly no one of us listening could ever be caught up in such a set of circumstances. Or could we? How sure are any of us of our destiny?
Tom, take it easy.
I can't, Laura. You don't understand.
I don't know why not. I love you. Why can't I understand what possesses you?
There's no way to explain. It's just the devil that rides my tail.
Look out, Tom!
Hold on tight. Remember, I love you. It's better this way.
Our mystery drama, The Ghostly Rival, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Ian Martin and stars Will Mackenzie. The crumpled remnants of the car are now a dying sheet of flame. The bright oranges of the fire smeared and dulled by the black smoke as rescue crews work. The man, mercifully thrown clear of the raging flames, his fall broken by the thick underbrush, lies still and limp as the ambulance crew pick him up and carry him to the waiting ambulance. It takes off immediately, and soon within the city limits, the familiar whoop-whoop of warning clears the road in front of it. It strikes a note of doom to all who hear it. Then, suddenly, there is the muted quiet of the hospital.
Take him straight to emergency.
Yes, Doctor.
Superficial burns,
Yes.
possibly internal injuries, but main diagnosis is he was bitten by a black widow spider.
Yes, Doctor.
Whoever's on duty can handle the surface stuff. Alert the neuro resident, whoever's on the psych side for the rest.
Can do, Dr. Peters. Did you sign him in?
Yeah, here are the papers. There was a woman with him, wife, I guess. She got caught in the car and burned to a crisp. His name is Cartwright. I guess kid glove treatment. He's one of them.
We treat them all the same.
That's a spirit, baby. Just the same, his family and in-laws did build a wing for dear old Central Hospital. All right, I'll see you in the snake pit later.
Dr. Peters?
Oh, yes, Dr. Mathias.
She put in a call for me?
Yes, Doctor. I got an accident case. No sweat, minor contusions and burns, but there are complications.
Involving a psychiatrist?
This one may involve half the staff. First off, the guy was apparently bitten by a black widow spider.
What? How do you know?
He was conscious when we brought him in. Told us himself. He got thrown clear of the car. He was the lucky one.
Oh, there was someone else with him?
Yes, Doctor. His wife totaled with the car.
Oh, how awful.
They hit the guy pretty hard. Although he wasn't all that with it when we brought him in. Because apparently his wife was going to have a baby.
Oh, how hard can you get hit? Tell me, how bad is the spider bite?
Well, that's kind of out of my backyard, but according to Doc Stearns in toxicology, there isn't much to do but wait and see.
Well, as I remember, it's seldom fatal, but it takes a long time for the poison to attack the system, and the pain is excruciating if and when it does.
Well, this poor guy's ready to flip his lid. I mean, he goes through the guardrail 200 feet into the valley, kills his wife and unborn child, and turns up without a scratch.
Yes, except the spider bite.
Yeah, that. Well, what's that next to losing your wife, your kid, and maybe your future?
You're not asking me, Dr. Peters. You're telling me. And that is my job to discover and to heal, if I can. Good day, Mr. Cartwright.
Well, what's your specialty? If you're a doctor.
I am. I'm a psychiatrist.
Oh. Well, that's different.
No, not really. Just another phase of medicine.
I hope not. I mean, I hope enough different. I've been wanting to ask for someone like you. I've got to talk to someone who might possibly understand.
Understanding, I can't promise you absolutely. But well, at least I listen well.
The best I can ask for. No one will believe me. I am trapped as thoroughly as that horrible thing in the bottle I let escape. But I have to keep hoping that somehow I can find escape too.
Well, let's see if we can't begin by making a start at it, at least.
How open is your mind?
Well, I don't know. It's pretty open, I should hope.
You know who I am.
You were admitted to the hospital as Thomas Cartwright III.
That's who I appear to be. Have you ever heard of a Terry Connolly who is buried in the graveyard behind St. Stephen's and whose headstone reads, born 4/29/51, died 8/16/73?
Well, should I have?
Yes. Because that's who I really am.
How do I answer that? You consider yourself already dead?
Condemned.
Why?
Because I sold my soul.
Oh, that's rather a wild statement. You mean like Dr. Faustus to the devil?
I mean like that.
Well, and I hope by all means you're going to tell me about it.
You still think I'm Thomas Cartwright III?
Well, to all intents and purposes, plus your public identity and all the private contents of your wallet, and also your wife's identification, of course you are.
I couldn't possibly be Terence Conley, could I?
No, I don't even know him.
Then may I introduce myself? Not my outward appearance, but what lives within the outer shell.
Suppose I accept that claim. Can you prove it?
Can you listen to a sort of complex story?
You have the floor.
Okay. Let's start it this way. You're looking right at me. Now, I'll even give you a better opportunity.
I really don't think you should get out of bed.
Well, I'll get right back in. Now, I'm standing. How do I look?
Oh, young man, his early 20s. A little bit overweight. Brown eyes, dark brown hair, slightly receding, and some evidence of dissipation. Height about 5'10". Is it enough?
It'll do. 2 years ago, I had blue eyes and sun-bleached hair. I was 6'1", 185, all muscle. Here, I'll show you. In my wallet is... Yes, this was the last snapshot I ever had taken. Laura took it. You see?
Well, this would be the Terry Connolly that you mentioned.
That's right.
With a surfboard. A hobby?
My life. That was at Makaha, the internationals. It was where I met Laura, and the first change in my life happened.
You fell in love?
You wouldn't think it to look at her, but she can hang 10 with any surf cat. Only by her it was just a sport, for kicks, not a way of life. Well, that shook me. I suddenly woke up to the fact that I was nothing better than a surf bum.
Oh, well, so you gave up surfing?
Not exactly. I came back to L.A. Laura's from here. Well, from Santa Barbara. And since we wanted to get married, I had to find something to do to make a living. There was this kid I knew. We'd surfed at 100 beaches ever since we were in junior high. Only he'd busted up a leg pretty bad on a flip-out at Monterey. He had a little stake, so we opened a kind of surfboard rental shop. You know, with skin diving gear, other stuff, snorkels and all. And I went in with him, giving surfboard lessons on the side. It wasn't bad, but you couldn't make much. You know how rich Laura's family was. So, she came up with a better idea. I don't know, Laura. I just don't know if I could go that route.
Oh, don't get all uptight on me. It's only money.
Yours, not mine.
Ours, darling, once we're married.
I don't want to live off you.
Now, that isn't the question. I want you to live with me. And I also want to be supported in some ways near the style to which I am accustomed. You're not going to be able to do that being a half-baked beach boy.
Oh, thanks for the way you size me up.
Oh, there's no big problem, Terry. Let's be practical. You got your college degree and decided to take a year off because you wanted to prove there wasn't a wave that swept in on any shore you couldn't master. But you said yourself, after Spud got all busted up, you'd bought it. You want to be a doctor. Okay. You've had pre-med. You just go on using my dough, and when you get to be a rich orthopedist, I'll make you pay and pay and pay.
I don't know if I can cut it after being a dropout.
You can cut anything you want to, Terry.
What about your father?
Well, I've been breaking him down bit by bit. He's not all that tough.
And how about my rival, Mr. Flab-bellied Moneybags?
Tom Cartwright? That isn't fair, Terry. He's just very different from you.
He sure is. Several $1 million worth.
Family money. He didn't earn it. The way you're going to. Oh, Terry.
What?
I love you. You're what I want.
Your father will never buy it.
I told you I've been working on him. I've even got this far. You're invited to dinner this Friday to meet him.
You mean so he can look me over?
Well, that's fair enough, isn't it?
Sure. If you were my daughter, I'd make damn well sure I got a good look at anything chasing you.
That's good one, young fella. No. I'll have to remember it to liven up one of our board meetings.
Oh.
Well, you can put the brandy in 2 glasses on the table, George. And, Laura,
Yes, Daddy.
why don't we have coffee out in the solarium? There's still plenty of light to admire the view.
All right, I'll have George set us up there.
And, all right, now, you go along, Superintendent, will you, dear?
Mm-hmm.
I think Terry and I have a couple of words to exchange.
Okay, Dad, but you won't be long, will you?
Oh, no.
I'm the only lady for the gentleman to join.
No time at all. Well, you'll have some brandy, Terry?
Oh, I'm not much of a drinker, sir.
How much?
Beg pardon, sir?
Well, you heard me.
How much to what?
To get out of my daughter's life, leave her alone. Marry the kind of man I think she should.
Someone with plenty of money.
Well, it should be one of the requirements. One that you don't have.
I've got a better one. She loves me.
I don't know. Out of sight, out of mind. Now, how much, Mr. Beach Boy, to take your bedroll and go follow the waves instead of the most precious possession I have?
How about a nickel?
I don't understand you.
It's obvious how cheap you consider me. I thought I'd just keep the price in line.
Okay. I'll score you 1 for guts anyway. But it won't help you. I know who I want Laura to marry, and so does she, and that's the way it will turn out.
You may be in for a very unpleasant surprise.
I doubt it. I offered you money to get out of your own free will. And it'll probably cost me less to have you removed, if that's the way you want it.
You gotta be kidding.
I don't make jokes. Let me put it quite simply, Beach Boy. If you don't bow out gracefully, I will make certain arrangements to have you, well, if you'll excuse the expression, rubbed out. I'll give you 24 hours to think it over.
John Sherman Blake, chairman of more boards than we have time to list. Inherited money and accrued money, position, power. The man who holds all the cards and who, in the long tradition of robber barons, never hesitates to use any lever to secure his ends. But murder? Even second-hand? Is that how Terry Connolly reached such an early grave? I'll return shortly with Act 2. For a moment, as though exhausted, the pale young man in the hospital bed has shut his eyes, leaning back against the pillows. Dr. Matthias, the psychiatrist, eyes him carefully and then speaks quietly.
Perhaps, Mr. Cartwright, we should let you rest for a little while before you continue.
Rest, Doctor? I haven't known any rest since...
Oh, since the night you were telling me about?
Yes. I didn't go out to the solarium to have coffee. With Mr. Blake's ultimatum facing me, I went straight for my old beat-up car and took off. I had to think, clear my mind. Best place for me to do that is riding a wave. So, I headed for the beach. I always keep my gear in the back of my bus. The nearest beach was Old Deep Six. Unless you had an attack of the crazies, nobody rode the junk that came in there. Rocky bottom, narrow reefs on both sides, and a crisscross that really chopped up the rides. Well, that suited me just fine. I wanted to risk my neck. It might be the answer. I took a heavy board because the wind was high, paddled myself out over the breakers, and waited for the big one. I saw a Hummer coming. I waited, then I raced to stay ahead of the crest. She broke pretty. Then it happened. Kick back. A rip current broke her wide open. She collapsed on me, driving my board the Lord knows how high in the air and grinding me down and under, rolling and tumbling until I hit my head and went out like the light above me over the sea, under which I was buried.
Oh, let me out! Stranger, whose fate has led to this spot with me. Can you hear me?
What? What is it? Who? Oh. Who is it? Oh.
Only release me from my prison, and I can grant you anything you want.
Anything?
You have only to name it, and it is yours.
I was bruised and battered, half conscious. By luck, the tide had been going out, and I had been left lying stranded, face down in the rough sand, above the tide's edge. It was almost dark. Beside my head lay a dark green bottle washed up by the waves, and from it, the voice I heard. Or did I really hear it? Was it just some sounding in my half-conscious head? It seemed to be coming muffled from the bottle. Who are you?
Who I am matters little. What I can effect if you free me is another matter.
You're inside the bottle?
Yes. Trapped, I have no power. Freed, my power is limitless. For my freedom, ask what you want. Power, honor, fame, knowledge, riches.
On what condition?
I ask none.
Are you sure? Or are we just kicking around the old Faust dream? Your freedom for mine.
I said there were no conditions. Open this bottle and let me out, and I grant you whatever one wish you desire.
Okay. You got it. It's only a dream. Oh, there is no way I can dig this cork out.
Break the bottle.
Okay. Scrooch up in the bottom and look out for flying glass. Here goes! The moment the bottle broke, a great, hairy black spider with a red hourglass mark on its belly burst from the sharded remains of the neck. For a moment, it teetered on its long, jointed, multiple legs. And then, a second transformation took place. almost as though it had exploded. The spider blew up into a giant of a man, with a bald head bristling dark blue from shaving, and a body covered with tangled black hair. Dressed conventionally enough, in blue jeans, just like I wear normally.
I am your servant, sir.
Who are you?
I am whoever you want me to be. But that is of little importance for the moment. You kept your part of the bargain. Now, I keep mine. Ask anything you want of me. One request. No strings. Choose.
All right. I'm too tired and chopped up to debate the point. You ask me what I want, I'll make it within reason. More wealth than the father of the girl I want to make my own. Enough more so that he cannot keep us apart.
Granted. You've made your choice.
I had the feeling of having been asleep for a long time when I woke up. Without remembering why, I had this idea I should be hurting all over. But it wasn't like that. I felt like I was floating on a cloud. The bed, if it was a bed, didn't support me. I just sort of hovered in space by myself. I didn't want to open my eyes. I didn't want to come back to reality. This was too plush, too out of this world. Very slowly, I opened my eyes.
Good morning, sir. Would you like to breakfast or bathe first?
Who are you?
Oh, dear. Mr. Cartwright had a big party last night.
I've got a headache, like someone hit me with a sandbag.
That's right. You have a bruise on your forehead. Would you want ice?
No. I just want to know where I am.
At home. In your own bed.
That's crazy. I don't feel that way. I don't belong here.
Now you do.
Huh?
You made one request, to be richer than the father of the girl. Now you are.
Wait a minute. My first question was right. Who are you?
We met last night. You made a request. It has been granted. A few hours ago, it was recorded in the book that Thomas Cartwright III died of a sudden, massive, unexpected heart attack. At the same time, a young man whose main interest was surfing was the victim of a drowning accident on a nearby beach. Your body lies there among the debris of the tide. In this bed is the body of Tom Cartwright, miraculously recovered from a vascular and cardiac accident. And within the shell of the body, within its cocoon, not Tom, but Terry, lives on. Thus, I kept my promise.
How can I be what I'm not?
Who is to know the difference?
Oh, to begin with, I never saw this Cartwright guy.
Rise, master, and look at yourself in the dressing-room mirror, or even the full-length glass, here, on the closet door.
I don't think I want to look.
Sooner or later. Better now, when we're alone.
I'm on my feet. Oh, Lord. Everything has changed. Is that really me?
That is what you asked to be. Richer than the father of the girl you wished to own.
But I didn't ask to be someone else. I don't even know the man. How can I take his place?
Let me arrange that, master.
But you can't be with me every moment. Don't I have a business? Go to work?
Most fortunately, you're now on vacation. Most of it you plan to spend on your boat. You have few social engagements, except, of course, tonight.
Tonight?
Yes, tonight you're dining with Mr. Sherman Blake and his daughter.
I was ripped apart at the thought. To sit at dinner again with Laura and her father. This time, what would you call me? A half-man or a double imposter? How could I carry it off? And yet I knew I couldn't refuse the invitation.
Laura, I know it's not an easy evening, but life must go on. George, I think some more wine.
No, not for me, thanks.
I'll skip it, too.
Dear me. Well, what can I say?
The least the better, Daddy.
As you wish.
A terrible accident.
Yes, it was so wasteful. A fine young man. Why would he take a chance as he did in that riptide with such broken surf?
Maybe you could answer that, Daddy.
Me?
When you shooed me out to set up coffee, what did you say to Terry? You touted him off. You made it impossible for him to even think we could ever be... Excuse me, I've got...
I'm sorry about that, Tom.
Oh, nothing to be sorry about. I understand.
You do?
Yes, sir. With your permission, sir, I'd like to talk to Laura alone.
Well, yes, by all means. I hope you can bring her back to her senses. You know you have my blessing.
Yes, sir. I know.
Why don't you leave me alone?
Laura, please.
Don't you even have one small speck of sensitivity in that mean, rotten little soul of yours?
I only wanted to tell you something.
There's nothing you can tell me that I want to hear.
I'm just trying to explain that
Shut up. Before I met Terry, you explained again and again that you were not what you seemed, a conceited, pawing slob who reached for any woman as though it was his divine right.
But what I'm trying to say is that I'm not like that anymore.
Don't make me laugh. We've been down this route before, Tom. There's no way, now that I've known what a real man can be, that you could ever turn me on.
I wouldn't dream of trying now. I'm sorry, Laura. Except, I wish I could tell you how sorry I am about what happened to your Terry.
Thank you. Though it doesn't even sound like you. I wish I could believe it.
You can. I'm not quite the heel you make me out to be. I may have been once, but not anymore. Now I'll leave you alone. I just wish...
Wish what?
Well, I just wish I could comfort you some way.
Well, I don't see how. Thank you for wanting to, Tom. It's so funny, but all night since you came to dinner, there does seem to be something different about you. I don't know what or why.
Because I have changed, Laura. Give me a chance to prove that. With time, I think you'll find I'm not the hopeless case you've written me off as. I had found out two things. The first, that Terry Conley was dead. The other, that I, or Terry, had given up his life for nothing. I went roaring home in my newly acquired Ferrari to face Aki, or whoever he was, with a new decision. I want to go back. I don't want the money or this flabby, jaded body.
So sorry. It's not possible. One wish only, and that has been granted.
But I didn't know I'd have to give up my life for it.
Please, allow me to point out, you still live. Only outward identity has changed.
It's the same thing. As long as I seem to be Tom Cartwright, the girl I want and love won't look at me, won't have anything to do with me.
Patience, master. You will see. all will turn out right. It is written, you will be married. Now, I must leave. If you need me again, go to the sea and find the bottle again.
From the impassive Oriental's head, a great, jagged streak of fire exploded and disappeared. I realized that I had not been talking with Aki, but with what? A minor demon. Or the devil himself. What did it matter? He had brought me to where I was. And where was that? Was I dead? Or was I alive?
For a moment, the pale, tortured young man in the hospital bed stops his story to shut his eyes as if against a wave of excruciating pain. The psychiatrist, listening to him, is tempted to react compassionately, but for the moment he waits. The pain may be less physical than mental, and the harrowing story is not yet ended. I'll return shortly with Act 3. The wave of pain, whether caused by the spider bite or some deeper echo from the soul, has passed. But the young man in the bed still lies with his eyes closed. The nurse coming into the room is quickly pantomimed to silence by the psychiatrist. She stops with the tray containing the hypodermic and the phial of morphine. Quietly, Dr. Mathias goes to her.
Dr. Peters ordered a hypo for him, Dr. Mathias.
Well, I don't think he needs it yet. Now, if it becomes necessary, I'll give it to him.
Yes, Doctor.
Mr. Cartwright?
Yes.
Are you all right?
Yes.
Do you have any pain?
Pain. Oh. I'll never be without it.
I can give you a needle if you want.
No. No drug will reach the pain that really haunts me. I want to finish my story.
Yes, very well. Let's continue.
It was her father who dragged me back into the whole mess. He came to see me at my house, and he didn't mince words.
Now, you can't leave me hanging like this. I have a deadline to meet.
Yes, I know.
Well, are you coming in with me or aren't you?
I haven't made up my mind yet.
Oh, good Lord, man, you can't put me off. I'm on the edge of the precipice. I foolishly overextended. I have no cash flow, and if the banks ever get wind of that, the whole thing would collapse like a house of cards.
And how much is it you want to borrow?
It's got to be a couple of million, at least. Now, we have been over this before.
And the security.
We've discussed that before, too.
You mean Laura?
Yes.
Except that she happens to be a security that you can't deliver.
That's where you're wrong. I have only to tell her the truth about my business problems, and she would she would agree to marry you.
A lamb to the slaughter.
What'd you say?
Doesn't matter. All right, Sherman. Or perhaps I should say, Dad. You've got a deal. Laura, for whatever you need, up to what I've got.
You'll never regret this, son. And so, you were married?
Yes, not quite 2 years ago.
It was a bad marriage?
No, not for the most of it. At the beginning, for the best part of the first year, it was uneasy and difficult. But slowly things began to change. I wanted to tell Laura the truth, what really had happened. But how could I? She would have thought me absolutely mad, out of my skull. Then, as the months passed, I began to see it looked as though I'd never have to. I remember one night, after a party, going to bed.
How many people do you suppose were at that party tonight?
I don't know. A couple of hundred, maybe?
And how many men?
You think I count them?
No, I'm serious, darling.
Darling?
That's what I said.
Oh. Men? I don't know. I guess when Stanton throws a ball, there are more men than dames. What's the difference?
I just wanted to tell you something. No matter how many there were, I'd have taken my man over any guy there.
Laura.
Yes. That's the way it's gotten to be with me now.
That was the beginning of our whole new relationship. At first, I basked in it, gloried in it, ate it up. And then?
Yes, Mr. Cartwright. And then?
And then another crazy thing was happening inside. Can you imagine a man being jealous of himself? I was two people in one body, both of whom loved the same woman. One was dead, except his soul lived on inside this body. Who was it Laura really loved? Me, Terry, the scatterbrain, the live-for-the-moment guy? Or Tom, the percentage man, the cool cat with the morals of one and a built-in gift for destruction?
Is that what you tried to solve?
That's what I had to solve. Because...
Because?
Because so very soon after Laura and I had found each other, she became pregnant. Whose child had been created? Mine? I mean Terry's? Or Tom's? I mulled over, I agonized over what the future held. And at last I had to decide. I had to make some attempt to find out.
But how can we? We're only human. We can't foretell the future.
I could. I remembered what the Spirit had told me. To seek him, go to the sea. Again it was late in the day, and again it was old Deep Six. Beyond the surf, I waited for the wave. I was king, invincible, hanging 10. But suddenly, before I could move back, the wave broke upon me. The wild cross-rip snatched my board and threw it sky high, and I was ground down under the mad swirling of the breaking water below. I came to again, lying on the tide's edge, just as I had done so many months ago.
Why did you search for me?
The child. The child.
What of the child?
I suddenly realized what a fool I was. You asked nothing from me for what I wanted. But what about my children?
What did you imagine? The world on a silver plate without any return?
But you promised it was not the old Dr. Faustus gag.
Naturally. We progress. Things change. Your soul had no interest for me. Only your offshoot. Your children from here on, and into time, as long as they shall live.
That's the answer to everything. Why I came back, ready to strangle the woman I loved, so she could never bear a child that would foster the dynasty of the devil.
But you didn't strangle her.
No, because when I got home, Laura was half out of her wits. She had found that a black spider with an hourglass shape on its belly had been weaving or spinning a web over the crib we had waiting in the nursery to receive our baby when it was born.
Well, then what happened?
I started to push aside the web, but it clung to me. And as I tried to brush it off, suddenly the spider was clinging to my wrist, and I could feel its bite, sharp and penetrating, and I could hear a voice in my ear.
You cannot win, my friend. I gave you freedom, but in return, you sold to me your children and your children's children till the end of time.
You accepted that?
Never! Never! I took Laura with me to the car. The excuse for our wild ride? That I had to get to the hospital to get an antitoxin for the bite of the Black Widow.
Take it easy, darling.
I can't! You don't understand.
I love you so. I don't understand what obsesses you.
There's no way to explain. It's just that the devil rides our tail. Hold tight! And remember, I love you! This is the best way out!
So, you remember. You know that Laura is,
Is dead. Why not me? What was I saved for?
It's a question that can't be answered.
Oh, yes. I see now. It's all clear. You.
What?
In another form. The Antichrist. The enemy. I can do nothing else.
Mr. Kite,
I can kill you! Yes, I can!
Why me? I want to help you.
Dr. Peters!
Okay. I don't need any medical degree to handle this.
Well, it's an unusual case only because of the violence involved. There's not much to say about it, Dr. Peters.
Well, except I'd like to try to understand it.
Well, that would take volumes. A classic world of delusions.
Everything?
There's very little missing. There was love broken off. There was a child that might have been born. There was a man already beyond the norm of society who thought he was doing the right thing in destroying himself, his wife, and his unborn child.
And we just write him off, Doctor?
No. We write no one off. We probe as much as we can. We try to resolve what we can. There's still cases beyond all our knowledge, and someday, we may solve them.
Don't look to me for any answers. This is the story of what happened, or appeared to. I know no other way than to leave it at that, unless someone can tell me more than I can understand. I'll be back shortly. There isn't much to say about this particular tale, except that he who traffics with the devil must be prepared to pay the price. A sad and terrible price for all who were involved, except John Sheldon Blake, who was really the most to blame. He was the only one to survive, since Tom Cartwright, or whoever he truly is long since committed to an institution. John Sheldon Blake is also committed to an institution, except that he remains free. Funny how the establishment has a habit of winning. When come right down to it, they are the ones who are really mad. Our cast included Will Mackenzie, Marion Seldes, Robert Dryden, and Earl Hammond. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown.
This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
And now, Mystery Theater.
Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. As a teller of mysterious tales, I'm often asked, how much is fact and how much fiction? Almost as often, the answer is another question. Who really knows? And if I'm going to be asked about the story you're going to hear now, let the asker be forewarned. The answer will be that question. Who really knows? You may believe it's all fiction if you choose to, but I'd like to see you prove it.
Has your husband definitely decided to join the executive club?
Oh, has he ever? If he's accepted, wild horses couldn't keep him out.
Oh, he'll be accepted, no question about that. And you don't look like a wild horse to me.
I beg your pardon?
Julie, I came here this morning to advise you as strongly as I can. If you have it in your power, by any means whatever, keep your husband out of the executive club.
I see.
No, you don't see. It's not the snobbish kind of thing you're thinking. It's for his own good, Julie. His and yours. You'll be sorry for the rest of your life if you let him join that club.
Our mystery drama, The Widow's Auxiliary, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Fielden Farrington and stars Lenka Peterson. There are special days in everyone's life. Sad days, days of elation, ordeal, decision. In short, pivotal days. Carl Sims has awakened to such a day. His perfectly good breakfast scarcely tasted. He's pacing the floor, waiting until it's time to leave to catch his train into the city. Julie, the lovely wife who prepared the uneaten breakfast, thinks he's overdoing it.
Honestly, Carl, I've never seen you so jumpy.
But the executive club, Julie, don't you know what that means?
Well, I know that the meeting isn't until 8:30 tonight. If you carry on like this all day, you'll be a litter case by then.
So I'm nervous. I'll be all right.
But I can't understand what makes you so nervous. Mr. Lathrop asked you to join the club, didn't he?
He asked me if he might put my name up for membership.
Well, then.
Oh, can't you see? This isn't just another club, Julie. Every member of the executive club is an important man. And if he isn't important when he joins, he gets important.
I like you just the way you are.
My boss, J.D. Mason, the president of Gotham Engineering, in case you've forgotten, is a member of the executive club. Can't you see what that means, Julie?
What I can see is that you're going to miss your train if you don't take off.
What? Oh, yes, I better go. I'll be home as early as I can. We'll want an early dinner, and... Yes, I'd better get going.
How about a little kiss for luck?
Oh, yeah. Don't forget, early dinner.
Carl, you forgot your briefcase. I hope he remembers which train he's supposed to take.
Good morning. You're Julie Sims, aren't you?
Yes.
I'm Rose Lathrop. I hope you don't mind my barging in like this without any notice or anything.
Oh, of course not. Come in.
Thank you. I know it's outrageously early, but I wanted to be sure to catch you before you went out or something.
It's perfectly all right. Won't you sit down? Are you Mrs. Alfred Lathrop? Your husband's the executive club man?
That's right. Mrs. Sims, would you mind if I called you Julie?
Of course not.
And I'm Rose. Mm-hmm. Julie, how do you feel about your husband joining the executive club?
Well, frankly, Rose, it doesn't make much difference to me one way or the other. If Carl wants it, I guess I'm glad.
Well, I came here this morning to advise you as strongly as I can. keep your husband out of the executive club.
I see.
No, you don't see at all. It's not the snobbish kind of thing you're thinking. It's for his own good, his and yours. You'll be sorry for the rest of your life if you let him join that club.
And yet apparently you let your husband join.
And I'm sorry.
Well, why?
I can't tell you why. At this point, I'm afraid to.
Afraid?
Yes. Oh, and please don't mention any of this to your husband. I mean that I've been here, what I've said, any of it.
We don't have many secrets from each other, Carl and I.
Well, please keep this one. I can't tell you why just yet, but it's very important to me.
All right, if you say so.
Thank you.
Does the executive club have anything like a woman's auxiliary?
Oh, no, nothing at all of that kind. I wouldn't call it the woman's auxiliary, even if there was one. I think it might be better named the widow's auxiliary.
Widows? Oh, you mean like golf widows, that kind of thing?
No, my dear. I'm afraid I don't mean that at all. I mean exactly what I say.
Yes, Clara, what is it?
Mr. Lathrop is here to see you, Mr. Mason.
Oh, all right, Clara. Send him in, please.
Not interrupting anything, am I, J.D.?
No, not at all, Alfred. Sit down. I've been wanting to talk to you anyway about our man Sims.
Oh, Carl Sims, yes. Well, I'm putting him up for membership in the club tonight, you know.
Yes, and you won't be sorry. I really think he'll work out well. Tractable. Knows how to handle himself. I think I'll put him in charge of Project Overlook if he passes muster tonight.
Fine. I don't think there'll be any trouble about getting him in. It's mostly my recommendation, you know.
Yes. Any news at all from upstairs? Myra 7?
I don't think it's wise to use that name even here, though I'm sure you're not bugged. No, I have not been in touch with upstairs. Not for a couple of weeks now.
Well, I'm just wondering what they think of our progress on Project Overlook. We've been working hard.
His Excellency has been alerted that I'll be requesting an audience tonight. If there's time and if he seems, in the right mood, I'll ask him.
Yes. Well, don't push it. Tell him, if you want to, that I absolutely endorse Carl Sims. It might make a difference.
I'll tell him if I get the chance. But he makes up his own mind. You know that.
Oh, yes, as he should. As he should.
Carl, eat it. It's steak. I almost had to take out a second mortgage.
Oh, yeah, very good, too. Done just right.
Well, then eat it.
Sure.
Carl, if you're accepted tonight in the club, that doesn't mean you absolutely have to join, does it?
Have to? Why on earth wouldn't I want to?
Oh, I don't know. I've just been thinking about it, that's all. Doesn't it seem to you that anything that offers so many advantages as you think this club does, mightn't there be some disadvantages, too?
Name me one.
Well, I can't, of course. It's just that nothing is perfect. I'm looking for the catch, that's all.
How would it be, Julie, if you just left that to me? I think I'm perfectly capable.
Always the phone at dinner time.
Want me to get it?
No, I'll go.
If it's Alfred Lathrop, tell him I'm ready anytime he is.
Hello?
Julie, this is Rose Lathrop.
Oh, hi.
Alfred says Carl's going to stop by and pick him up so they can go to the meeting together.
Oh, Carl didn't mention it.
So why don't you come with him? The two of us can sit here together and wait out the decision.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. Yes, I'd like to.
Good. Is Carl still...
Determined? Yes.
Yes, that's the way it goes. Okay, see you later.
Was that Lathrop? Is he ready to go?
No, it was his wife. She suggested that I drive over with you, and the two of us wait at her house till the meeting's over.
Hey, that's terrific.
Yes, that was very thoughtful of her.
Well, I don't mean that. What I mean is, if she did that, then Lathrop must be pretty sure I'm going to get in. He wouldn't go out on a limb like that if he weren't pretty sure. I can't remember. Have you ever met Mrs. Lathrop?
Oh, I've seen her.
Mr. Lathrop?
No.
Oh, just wanted to get it straight before.
Good evening, Carl.
Good evening. I'd like you to meet my wife, Julie, Mr. Lathrop.
How do you do?
Hello.
Won't you step inside? Rose.
Hello. I'm Rose Lathrop.
Mr. and Mrs. Sims, Rose.
How nice to meet you.
Carl, how would you like to walk over to the club? It's only a few blocks.
Sure, fine with me.
It's a big thing with us at the club. Keep the body fit. It has a brain to serve. We won't be late, Rose.
See you later, Julie. I'll call you as soon as I know anything.
Okay. Good luck.
Good luck. Not a chance, Julie. He'll be accepted.
You know, if you're going to keep on saying things like that, I think you ought to explain.
Yes, you're right. And I will explain just as soon as we're absolutely sure Carl's joining the club.
I think you've met all the members now, Carl. What do you think of us?
I am impressed. Very distinguished and yet very friendly.
A fine group of men, Carl.
Mr. Lathrop.
I think it's about time you started calling me Alfred, don't you?
All right. What I was going to ask you, are they all here? I expected a much larger group.
Oh, we're a very exclusive club, Carl. Yes, they're all here. All, that is, except your boss, J.D. Mason.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Oh, he had to go to Chicago tonight. He called me around 7:30, gave me his proxy for tonight's meeting, and that's 2 you can count on.
I'll need more than that.
Now, don't fret, Carl. You're the sort of man we want.
Getting close to time, Alfred.
Be right with you. That's Jim Corning. He's the club secretary. Now, this won't take long, I promise you, Carl. You just relax. Have a drink. The bar is all yours.
I think I'd fall flat on my face if I did.
Well, then don't. I'll see you later.
You know, I'm really taking a terrible chance with you, Julie.
What do you mean?
Well, I've done this twice before. I had this kind of talk with 2 other women when their husbands joined the club. Didn't get me anywhere, but at least I didn't get hurt.
Hurt? How could you get hurt?
They might have told their husbands. Their husbands would certainly have told Alfred. Oh, I could have been hurt all right.
You know, honestly, you're frightening me.
I'm sorry. As soon as we hear from Alfred or Carla, I'll tell you the whole thing. Not that you'll be any less frightened when you hear it.
Has the equipment been checked out, Jim?
All okay, Alfred.
Isn't it about time for contact?
Yeah, just. Sol 3, calling Myra 7. Sol 3, calling Myra 7. Come in, Myra 7.
Myra 7 here. You may proceed, Sol 3.
Okay, Alfred. Remember, 3 seconds before you answer.
I know. This is Earthling 4825D. Earth designation Alfred Lathrop. I request audience with His Excellency Algus 2J.
Audience granted. Proceed.
Your Excellency, I wish to place in nomination for enrollment in your service the Earthling locally designated Carl Sims.
Communication with another planet? Another planetary system altogether? From a scientific standpoint, it's not impossible. We can bounce messages off satellites and send them halfway around the Earth without distortion. What if we didn't bounce them off a satellite, just sent them on out? Wouldn't they simply continue on through space until they found a receiver? I shall return shortly with Act Two. There are many people, some of them very wise too, who are firmly convinced that we are not alone in the universe. These wise men also believe that our intelligence is not necessarily unique. And there's logic in what they say. It's a very large universe to boast only one minor planet, which has been overrun by creatures who call themselves humans. Alfred Lathrop is engaged in a two-way radio conversation which seems to confirm these wise men.
The Earthling, Carl Sims, is a young man with great potential for service to our cause. He will be, if he receives your approval, groomed for the presidency of the Gotham Engineering Corporation, which is dedicated to our purposes. He has the endorsement of Earthling 4164B, Earth designation J.D. Mason, who is now president and will soon become chairman of the board of Gotham. I personally guarantee the success of the Carl Sims conversion.
Permission is granted to convert Earthling Carl Sims. His working designation will be 5129M.
Get that down, Jim.
Do not install entrant as Gotham president without approval here. This communication is at an end.
All right, Jim. Let's go out to the common room. You give me a minute alone with Carl, and then we'll have a customary drink to celebrate and adjourn the meeting.
First, don't you think we ought to set the time for the initiation?
Oh, yes, you're quite right. I think tomorrow evening.
Right.
I have a feeling about this one, and I don't want to waste any time.
Right. Tomorrow evening at 8:30.
Congratulations, Carl. You're in.
No kidding. I've been accepted?
Unanimously, my boy. Let me shake your hand. You're one of us now.
Wow. When, there's an initiation, isn't there?
Oh, yes, of course. It'll be soon. Now, you hold yourself ready at any time. Well, now, come on in and have a drink with your new fellow members.
Will it be all right if I just make a fast phone call to Julie first? I promised I would.
That's it. That must be Carl.
Do you want to answer it?
If you don't mind. Hello?
Is that you, Julie?
Yes, Carl. What happened?
I'm in, Julie. It was unanimous. I'm a member. I can't believe it. I'm a member of the executive club.
Congratulations. As long as that's what you want.
Is that all you have to say?
I said congratulations. Will you and Mr. Lathrop be home soon?
I can't stand all this enthusiasm. Yes, we're just going to have a drink and then leave. 20 minutes or so.
All right. I'm sorry.
Forget it. See you later.
Okay.
He's been accepted?
Unanimously.
Well, we did expect it, didn't we? I poured you a brandy. You're going to need it.
Thanks. I hope now you'll tell me what this is all about.
Well, they're all robots.
What did you say?
Alfred and all the rest of them, every member of the executive club, they're all robots.
Oh, come on, Rose.
I know how it must sound when I just hit you with it. I've had years to grow accustomed to it. As accustomed as you can get.
Well, there isn't any such thing as robots, Rose. I mean, not that look and talk and act like people. There just isn't any such thing.
Androids. Robots. I don't know whether there's a proper word for them or not. Former people. Whatever you call them, they're not human anymore.
I just can't believe.
They're controlled by something alien.
Alien?
I mean, not of this earth.
Oh, it's just too much. You know that, don't you?
Oh, it's too much, all right. But that doesn't keep it from being true. Alfred is one of the charter members of the executive club. I have been living with a robot for, I guess almost 12 years now.
Well, let's say it's true. Why do you live with him?
Well, what would you suggest? Divorce? Your Honor, on the grounds that my husband is a robot. They'd have me in a straitjacket in no time.
Oh, Rose, I'm so sorry.
Well, let's try not to let it happen to you. As I said, they're controlled by something alien, something not only not of this earth, but I'm convinced not even on it. And they're all very, very important men. I'm sure your husband has mentioned that.
Oh, yes, he keeps on and on about it.
They're powerful. They're rich and powerful, and they use their power, all their resources, to further the designs of the aliens who control them. I don't know exactly what their purpose is, those alien creatures and their robot lackeys, but it's against us, Julie. It's against the people of this earth.
I'm trying, Rose. Honestly, I'm trying, but you don't know how all this sounds.
I've lived with it for years, and I'm still as horrified as you are. Now listen to the rest of it, and then decide whether or not you can believe it.
All right, go on.
Well, this isn't the only club. There are at least a dozen of them around this country. They work in all different areas, industry, finance, politics, science, the arts, I don't know what all, but they cooperate like parts of a single machine. And maybe that's what they are. Sooner or later, they're going to take over.
Take over what?
Us! Everybody, everything. The earth.
Does anybody else suspect all this? Any of the other wives?
I don't know. Some of them must, surely. I've been afraid to approach them.
Afraid? Why?
Well, if the men, including Alfred, oh, God, including Alfred, if they considered me a threat, I'm convinced they'd simply eliminate me.
Rose.
Like a shot, without a scruple.
Do you actually know all this? I mean, is it just a suspicion you have?
I know. Take my word for it, I know. Alfred's told me. Oh, not the whole story, of course. There are areas that seem to be pretty well sealed off. But he's told me enough.
I thought it was so secret. It seems strange he'd tell you if none of the other husbands told their wives.
I know how to make him talk, that's all. I figured out a way to short-circuit his computer.
His computer?
The thing they put where his brain used to be.
Beautiful evening. I'm glad we decided to walk.
I feel... you can't imagine how good I feel.
Oh, sure I can. It's a wonderful thing for a young man becoming a member of the executive club. More wonderful even than you know, Carl.
Oh, I do know. I really think I do.
You won't really know until after the initiation.
Do you have any idea when the initiation will be?
Well, I know exactly, but you won't know until the day comes.
So, you know as much as I do now. Julie, what do you think?
To tell you the truth, I just plain don't know what to think. Oh, it's a pretty fantastic story.
Too fantastic for me to have made up.
Oh, I don't think you're lying.
Unless you believe me, you have to think I'm deranged. Those are the alternatives.
I think I believe you. Not because it's a plausible story, but because I don't think you're lying, and I don't think you're off your rocker. So what can I do but believe?
It's true. Honest to God, Julie, it's true.
What about Carl? When will they do it? They haven't already, have they?
Oh, no, my dear. He's still all right. Don't worry about that. He'll be safe until the night of the initiation. Julie, I have a plan.
To help Carl?
Yes. And to put a stop to all of it. Put an end to the executive club.
Before they do anything to Carl?
If it works. I've had this plan for a long time, but I can't manage it without help. This is the first time anybody's even been willing to listen to me. Will you help me, Julie?
Oh, yes. I don't want to see Carl made into a... Yes, I'll help.
It could be dangerous.
All right.
I thought I'd never... Oh, Julie, thank you. We'll do it. I know we'll do it. Now, the night of the initiation, we'll do it.
When will they have the initiation?
I don't know yet. They keep it a secret. The date of the initiation is never known to anyone but the members. Carl himself won't get more than a few hours' notice.
Well, then how can we...
Well, I can find out when it's going to be. I'll ask Alfred tonight.
And he'll just tell you?
I can make him tell me. See, their minds are computers, Julie. If you overload them, they get confused. And when they're confused, their inhibitors, or whatever you want to call them, they simply stop functioning. You can get most anything out of them. I've learned the technique very well. Alfred? Alfred?
What?
Are you awake?
Yes, I am now.
I brought you a glass of warm milk.
You brought me... You woke me up to give me a glass of warm milk? Well, what for? To help me sleep? Well, that's crazy.
Well, you were tossing and turning and muttering and talking.
Talking? In my sleep?
Yes.
What did I say?
Oh, nothing anybody could understand, just mumbling and moaning and groaning. I just thought maybe a glass of warm milk would help you get some decent sleep.
Well...
And me, too. Here, come on now, drink the milk before it gets cold.
All right, thank you. Talking in my sleep.
Muttering. Alfred, who all was at the meeting tonight?
Well, you know, Carl Sims and the members, all but J.D. Mason. He couldn't...
Did you remember to call the plumber about the kitchen drain today?
The plumber? Well, I thought you were going...
Oh, well, those kids next door have been running through our yard, Alfred, and my zinnias are just a mess. I think you ought to go over and have a talk with Mr. Torrance about it.
Well, Mr. Torrance can hardly be expected to do anything about our kitchen drain after... But the kids...
Oh, Alfred, have you heard from that cousin of yours out in Wyoming who was going to have the operation?
Alice? Well, she doesn't have any kids, and even if she did, they wouldn't be running through our yard messing up your...
Alfred, are you going to write that check to the cancer fund, or did you want me to do it?
Cancer? No. Alice's operation was for gallstones. I think it was gallstones.
Alfred, I saw the most beautiful pantsuit at Randall's today. Would you mind if I bought it?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Alice doesn't wear... And if she
did you remember to have your driver's license renewed? Now, I know it runs out either this month or next. You shouldn't neglect things like that.
Listen, Alice, I mean Rose, and... If she wants to wear a pantsuit, I don't see what business that is.
Alfred, when is Carl Sims going to be initiated into the club?
And the Torrance children are too young to drive anyway, so why should I go over there?
When is Carl Sims going to be initiated into the club?
And as far as the kitchen sink is concerned, Alice,
When
Rose...
is Carl Sims going to be initiated into the club?
Tomorrow night. Meeting 8:30.
Finish your milk, Alfred. You must be sleepy.
People with computers for brains. Another concept that isn't easy to believe. But then, the extraordinary is always hard to accept. The radio on which you're listening to this story was once considered some mad inventor's dream. So was the bright little bulb in the lamp at your elbow. So, here we have a mechanized brain housed in a human body. Don't call it totally beyond the realm of possibility before you hear what happens when I return shortly with Act 3. Aggression is not unusual in this world. It's characteristic of the individual, the tribe, the clan, the community, and perhaps especially the nation. And since it is so widespread among mankind, I don't believe we ought to be too surprised when at last we contact alien intelligence to find it present there as well. According to Rose Lathrop, there is such an intelligence which has taken over the executive club and is controlling its members in such a way as to further its own selfish and aggressive ends. Carl Sims has been approved for membership in the club. Julie doesn't like it, and they've quarreled.
Your toast is ready, Carl.
I don't want any breakfast.
All right. Pout.
I'll get that.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Alfred Lathrop here. Are you alone?
Well...
All right, answer non-committally. You understand?
Yeah, sure.
The initiation is set for tonight.
Already? Well,
Just yes or no. The meeting's for 8:30 at the clubhouse. You and I will have dinner together at the Red Barn and go straight to the meeting from there. You won't be home for dinner.
Well, all right,
That's
but...
the way it's been arranged.
Okay. I guess I can manage.
And not a word to anyone about the initiation. That's important.
I understand.
See you then. And remember, not a word.
Right.
Well, that was pretty cryptic.
I better go if I don't want to miss my train. I'll be late tonight. Don't wait dinner for me. I'll pick up a bite in the city.
You have to work late?
Yes. They've run into a snag on a special project I've been working on, and if we don't get it straightened out tonight, we'll fall behind schedule.
Was that the office calling?
Yes. Yes, that was Mr. Mason himself.
It wasn't Alfred Lathrop?
I told you who it was. What are you doing, calling me a liar now?
All right. How late will you be?
I've no idea. After I finish the job, whatever time that is, I'll come home. I've got to run, Julie.
Maybe that's exactly what you should do. Run.
Oh, Julie, come in.
Rose, Carl got a phone call just before he left for the office, and it was just a yes or no conversation from his end, and I think the initiation's going to be tonight.
Yes, you're right. Sit down, Julie. You don't look well at all.
It is tonight?
Yes. I forced it all out of Alfred. Can I get you anything?
No, I'm all right. I'm scared, that's all. I'm scared to death.
I think it's going to be all right. Now, he and Alfred will have dinner somewhere and then go to the meeting.
What are we going to do?
I told you. I have a plan.
For tonight? Will it work tonight?
As well as any other night. It's a very simple plan, really. The timing is pretty delicate, of course, but I'll take care of that. Here's what we have to do.
It's almost 8:30. Shouldn't we hurry?
No, we're just about right. They won't go into the inner room until a few minutes past 8:30. We don't want to get there until after that.
The inner room? Is that where the initiation... Is that where they do it?
Yes, but they won't this time. Not if we can help it.
I don't see how you can...
Trust me. I really do know what I'm doing.
It's surgery, you said.
Yes. There's a Dr. Lane who's a member of the club, and I assume he performs the surgery, although I've never quite been able to get it out of Alfred. That part seems to be pretty thoroughly locked in.
Dr. Lane?
You've heard of him, probably. He's just about the best brain surgeon there is anywhere. And why shouldn't he be? He's programmed for it.
I'm so scared.
It's going to work, Julie. I know it's going to work.
You don't really know, though, do you?
There's a power switch somewhere. There has to be. If their brains, their computers are mechanical, and I know they are, then there's got to be a power source. And if you can turn power on, you can turn it off. It has to be that way.
You've never asked Alfred?
Oh, 1,000,000 times. They've really got that one sealed off.
Well, then what makes you think you can get somebody else to tell you?
Well, when they go into the inner room, they'll leave one man in the common room to guard the door. The Tyler, they call him. Isn't that sweet and old-fashioned?
But if Alfred won't tell you...
That Tyler, whoever it is tonight, has never experienced the kind of short-circuiting I'm going to hit him with. Now, I'm depending on the shock to break him all the way down.
And if it doesn't?
What have we got to lose?
Now, Carl, we're almost ready to go into the inner room where the initiation will take place.
Takes me back to my college days.
Except that there's nothing frivolous about this. Will one of you men hang up his shirt and jacket, please? All right, Carl. Sit here.
Okay. I thought it was going to be in the inner room.
That part comes later. Ready, Jim?
All ready.
Go ahead.
Ouch! Oh, what was that? He stuck a needle in my arm.
Nothing to be concerned about, Carl. You're too tense. You need to relax. That was just a mild tranquilizer. It's going to relax you, make you feel sleepy, very contented and at peace with the world. You are getting sleepy, aren't you? See? Your eyes are closing, and it feels so good just to rest and let the tension drain out of you and sleep. Rest and relax. Rest and sleep. Carl?
Yes.
Do whatever I tell you to do, but only what I tell you. Do you understand that?
I do what you tell me to do, but only what you tell me to do.
The executive club which you have the honor of joining this evening is controlled by a civilization which is ages older and infinitely more advanced than what we call civilization here on Earth. The beings who make up that civilization are our masters. They live on the 7th planet of a star known to Earthlings as Myra. They're in urgent need of our mineral and other resources. We serve them. They are our masters. We have been, as you will be tonight, partially mechanized, the better to serve them in all things. Eventually, all Earth people will be their servants. To us has been granted the privilege of pioneering in this. Is that all clear to you, Carl?
Yes. Clear.
All right. Is Dr. Lane ready, Jim?
All set. He's waiting. I'll stay out here. I drew Tyler duty tonight.
You will come with me now, Carl, into the inner room.
All right, Julie. Let's go inside.
I thought you said there was going to be a doorman or whatever you called him.
Tyler. No, this door goes into the common room. He'll be guarding the door between the common and the inner room. Are you ready?
Ready as I can get.
Well, who's that?
Oh, just us, Mr. It's Jim Corning, isn't it?
Mrs. Lathrop? Well, you're not supposed to be in here, you know.
Oh, this is Julie Sims. Her husband is being initiated this evening.
Well, I'm glad to know you, Mrs. Sims. But you're not supposed to be here either, I mean.
Oh, well, that's a silly rule. Oh, didn't I hear that your wife was going out to the coast to visit her sister, Jim?
The membership always felt... My wife doesn't have a sister. She has a brother.
Oh, that must have been Addie Clark. Is it true what I hear, that Addie and her husband are on the point of separating?
Her brother isn't even married, so... Addie Clark? Well, yes, she's married.
Yes, your son, Bobby, was so good in that high school play last spring, Jim. Is he planning to be an actor when he grows up?
I never heard if there was any trouble between Jerry and Addie, and... No, Bobby's my son, not Jerry's. I have two sons, Bobby and...
I'll bet if your wife's sister was here, she'd start a women's auxiliary.
My wife isn't an actor, and the membership has always felt
now,
that...
What's the source of the power that keeps all of you going, Jim?
It's just never seemed to be a good idea, a woman's auxiliary, because...
What power source do you all use, Jim?
And my wife's brother isn't an actor. He's a professor of English at...
What's your power source, Jim?
Solar energy. They showed us
Jim,
how.
What college did you go to?
Harvard Law.
Did you ever meet Clarence Thorpe? Now, he went there.
And before that, Penn State. And I never heard of a Thorpe College. I went to...
Your wife's sister married a dentist,
My
didn't
wife's
she?
brother is... His name isn't Clarence.
Where's the switch that turns off the solar energy,
His name is
Jim?
Frank, or there was a Harry I used to know, but I don't think
Where's the solar energy power switch, Jim?
But he never belonged to the membership has always felt that...
The power switch, Jim. Where is it?
Over there. Behind the portrait.
Oh, good.
Founder.
Good. I was afraid it would be in the inner room. Jim, what was the founder's name?
He was never married to my wife's sister. She doesn't even
Where
have
does Bobby plan to go to college?
The founder's name wasn't Bobby. It was something more like...
Did you go home for dinner tonight?
Bobby's my son. He wouldn't be the founder because he's
I'm
only...
going to get the combination, Julie. Now take it down.
I think the founder was older, and anyway, the membership has always
What's
felt...
the combination to the safe, Jim?
And besides, Bobby's too young to join the club. You have
What's
to be...
the combination, Jim?
And my wife doesn't have a brother. I mean, a sister.
Give me the combination, Jim.
36 right, 7 left, 18 right, 30 left.
Got it, Julie.
Yes.
Open it.
I've got such a headache.
I'm sorry, Jim. How's it going, Julie?
18 right. 30 left. Oh, I've got it. It's open.
You ladies shouldn't be in here at all because...
Do you see the switch?
It's in here. The side wall of the safe.
Pull it.
But Rose, your husband...
My husband's been dead for years. Cut the switch.
I keep telling you ladies that...
He's done for. Let's get inside. Damn them. They've locked the door.
Rose, it's opening. Carl!
They were going to... My head... They were going to...
Catch him!
They gave me a shot. It was... I'll be all right now.
They're all finished. All of them.
Alfred, too?
Years ago. I've already done my grieving.
Are they dead?
They're turned off. Like a vacuum when you've finished with it.
Did they... They didn't do anything to you, did they, Carl?
No, but they were going to. They were going to.
All right. This is cleaned up. All we have to worry about now is the dozen or so other clubs scattered around the country. I hope my list is complete.
When you throw a switch and what appears to be a man collapses, you have to believe, don't you? The executive club is defunct due to a sudden shortage of members. But what about those other clubs? The one in Washington, for example. Wall Street. The Kremlin. Not a thing you like to dwell on, is it? I'll be back shortly. Carl Sims now has his own firm of engineering consultants. Gotham Engineering is out of business. And although Carl isn't quite the important man he once thought he might become, he's not unimportant. And he's not a robot. This gives both him and Julie a great deal of comfort, although they do have memories to shudder over. Our cast included Lenka Peterson, Gordon Gould, Carl Teitel, Arnold Moss, and Court Benson. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown.
This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
And now, Mystery Theater.
Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall, your special envoy from a wild and weird country that exists way down deep in your very own imagination. To many people, especially city dwellers, grass is something to smoke, or perhaps something that has keep off signs on it. The fact is, grass is the foundation of life as we know it. All the grains we eat are grasses. All of our meat is nothing but grass transformed. In many ways, the quality of our existence depends on the quality of our grass, which means that those who can change that quality for better or worse literally hold our lives in their hands.
All we need is your confession.
I didn't kill him.
You swore you were going there to shoot him.
I know, but...
You did go there.
Yes.
You confronted him.
I did.
The gun. Now, this is the gun that fired the bullet. Can you identify it?
I already have. It's mine. I don't deny it. I tell you, I didn't kill him.
Just look at all the evidence.
I don't care about the evidence. I know I didn't kill him.
Our mystery drama, Snake in the Grass, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Sam Dan and stars Sandy Dennis. Her name is Augusta Sanderson. She's 36 years old. And while there are those who say she's never been kissed, we cannot vouch for the complete accuracy of that statement. What does she do? She's an agriculturalist. An unusual occupation for a woman? Don't say that. We live in liberated times. You'd be surprised at the things women can do. You might venture to inquire why they want to do them, but that's another story. Our story begins in a quiet university town in the Northwest.
Hey, ma'am.
I'll thank you not to patronize me.
Well, all I said was...
I'll thank you not to call me ma'am. Ma'am is short for madam, and I am neither the mistress of a household nor the keeper of a brothel.
Well, I only wanted to say hello and welcome to Pete's for 25 years, an oasis for the thirsty.
I have a B.A., an M.A., and a Ph.D. I hold the rank of full professor at the School of Agriculture. I don't have to be addressed as ma'am, as if I were some fragile Victorian lady.
Well, how's Doc? Or, Prof?
Now, I intend to become extremely inebriated.
Oh?
And it's just as well that I don't make a spectacle of myself. Let me have a...
A what?
I don't know. Tell me, what's best to make you forget?
Well, nothing can ever really make you forget.
Very well. What is good for building courage?
Again, nothing.
That's not what I hear.
Well, it's true. You get maybe the illusion of courage, but not the real thing.
Well, dispenser of illusions, pour one for me.
Oh, you must be the lady prof at the ag school, huh?
The lady prof at the ag school.
You know Dr. Howells?
Do I know Dr. Howells?
Yeah, I was reading about him in the papers.
Let me tell you how well I know Dr. Howells.
Wasn't that a terrific thing he discovered?
I know Eugene Everett Howells well enough to kill him.
His new feed grass will mean that millions of starving people... What'd you say?
I said I intend to kill him.
Yeah, well...
All I need is the courage, or the illusion of it. And I'm feeling bolder every minute.
Yeah, look, don't you think you better...
Don't I think I'd better what, go home?
Stop talking foolishly.
But I have every right to talk foolishly. You know why? Because I've been a fool all my life.
Yeah, well, I'll get somebody to take you home.
The article in the paper said that Dr. Howells created the new feed grass. He didn't do it.
He didn't?
No, I did.
You did. Okay.
I mean it. I really mean it. It's mine.
Oh, sure.
You see, you don't believe it.
Well,
In the Himalayan regions in Asia, the terrain, the climate, is almost like what we have here.
Yeah, well, look,
No, you have to follow this. They have an economy, an agricultural economy that's based on goats.
Goats, yeah.
Goats. The goats are actually sacred. The soil is calcareous like ours, and a red clover grows there. But it's deficient in proteins and nitrogens.
You know what you need? A nice cup of coffee.
Now, I have been developing a species highly nutritious of purple clover. It would practically double the output of milk.
Is that a fact?
Think of how many lives this will save.
That's really great, you know?
It could have been the supreme achievement of my career. It could have meant a Nobel Prize, perhaps. Now there's talk of Dr. Howells winning it. It isn't fair. It's mine. Don't you understand? It's my grass. I created it. It's mine. Tell me, for doing that to me, for taking it from me, isn't that enough to justify my killing him?
I tell you what you ought to do, Prof. You ought to go home and sleep on it.
You don't believe me. You believe because I'm a woman I'm incapable of scientific achievement.
Oh, that's not so. There's a whole lot of lady scientists.
Thank you, Pete. Is that your name, Pete? Thank you.
What for?
For listening to me.
Oh, it was my pleasure.
And I see now. How clearly I see it now. If my life is to have any meaning at all, I must kill him.
Yeah, well, it's really getting late. You'll see. You'll feel better in the morning.
I feel better already. I'm strangely at peace with myself. I'm quite contented. You've made me see it. His death will rid me of all my demons.
Now, you really don't want to kill anyone. You're a lady.
Good night, Pete. You're a gentleman.
Yeah, well, look, James, well, she's got to be crazy. But what if she ain't crazy? Maybe I better... I don't know. If I tell a story like this, won't they think I'm nuts?
Lieutenant Novak. Hello? This is Lieutenant Novak. Hello? Who's on the other end of this?
Oh, no, not him. Of all the cops who could have answered that phone, definitely not Novak.
Huh? Oh. Whoa. Who? Someone's at the door. Someone... Just a minute! Oh, who could be ringing the bell at this hour? It's noon. How could I have slept till noon? Just a minute! I'll get on my... Just a minute! How could I have slept so late? Who is it?
Police.
Police? Why would...
Dr. Augustus Sanderson?
Yes.
I'm Police Lieutenant Novak. May I come in?
Well, yes. Why?
You are Augustus Sanderson?
I am.
Miss Sanderson, you're under arrest.
What are you saying?
Charge is suspicion of murder.
Murder? Whose murder?
Dr. Eugene Everett Howe.
Oh, but you're making
I must inform you of your constitutional rights.
But I didn't kill
Anything
him.
you say may be used against you.
Please, you can't be serious. Are you saying Gene Howells is dead?
That's right.
But why do you insist that I...
You said that you would kill him.
But I was only...
You're only one. Now, Professor Sanderson, you insisted to Pete Grimes at the Oasis Bar and Grill last night that you...
I was feeling very unhappy, and there are times when you say things you shouldn't.
You had a motive.
Motive?
Didn't you say that he has robbed you of a discovery?
Oh, that.
Yes, that. A discovery you considered great enough to make you eligible for the Nobel Prize?
He didn't exactly rob me.
No?
No, I gave it to him. I had to. Otherwise, well, it wouldn't be used, so I said, take it. It might as well be yours.
Why did you give it to him?
Because they wouldn't take it from me, from a woman.
I don't know what you're talking about.
In that part of Asia, Women are considered, well, not exactly unclean, but it's hard for you as an American to visualize this. But the fact of my being a woman would make the grass defiled, unfit for the goats, which are holy animals.
According to the way you told the story to Pete last night, Howells robbed you of the credit.
He did. But I had no choice. If I was to save millions of lives, I would have to sacrifice my own vanity and say to Jean, let it be known as yours. But afterward, when I saw how Howells was preening himself...
You killed him.
No.
You left Pete's Oasis at 9 p.m. The coroner places the time of death at midnight. Where were you at midnight?
Here. Right here.
Can anyone support that statement?
Well, no.
According to Mr. Pete Grimes, you were acting somewhat strangely.
You could say that, yes, but I didn't kill him.
You went directly home after you left Pete's Oasis at 9 p.m.?
Yes.
The ballistics lab has established that Dr. Howells was killed by a .22 caliber bullet. You own a gun?
Yes. Yes, I have a .22 caliber revolver, which I carry sometimes when I am in the field, especially when the snakes are shedding.
May I see it?
You see, snakes are very nervous when they shed.
The pistol, please.
And they strike at shadows.
Thank you. Yeah. This gun's been fired recently.
Oh, no, not in months.
Well, you can smell it. You can see the fouling. Here. 5 live cartridges and 1 empty shell.
But I haven't used... The gun should be empty.
The lab will determine whether or not this is the gun, but...
But what? I put the gun away. I didn't even have any bullets. I was supposed to buy...
I see the shoes you were wearing last night.
Why?
May I?
What will my shoes show you?
Dr. Howells is having a sidewalk repaired. There's dirt and mud in front of his doorstep. We have a mold of shoe prints. I'm sure these shoes will fit them.
But
There's dried mud on these shoes, too, Professor.
I can explain that.
Can you?
I was angry, so I went to his house after I left the Oasis.
But you said you went directly home.
I know I did. I know. I just thought that it might be embarrassing if I admitted... Nothing happened. I just saw him briefly, and I left and came here.
Professor, there are people who get themselves into a highly agitated state. Then they commit a crime. A serious crime like murder. And afterwards they forget all about it.
I am incapable of killing. I am not a murderer.
Well, what you're saying is you never killed anyone before. That's who the majority of murderers are.
But I know who I am and what I believe.
Well, that's why you made sure you'd be caught and punished, because you were brought up to believe no one should get away with murder.
But I didn't.
Now, first you were sure to make a public announcement.
I wasn't making any... I was overwrought.
You were sure to state that you had a powerful motive.
That doesn't prove...
Third, you used your own gun.
Why do you insist?
Fourth, you must have been aware of the fact that you were leaving shoe marks in the dirt. Why didn't you avoid doing that? Why couldn't you at least wipe off the mud? Now. Well, now you just think about it.
Detective, I don't know what to say.
Well, did she or didn't she? Even she doesn't know for sure. The blocking out of unpleasant memories is by no means a rare occurrence in our culture. Well, let's give her an opportunity to collect her thoughts and see what, if anything, she can come up with in Act 2. They say the wish is the father of the deed, which is why we have inhibitions, no? After all, if every time you felt like killing someone, you did it, who among us would be out of jail? And so, here we have Augusta Sanderson, Ph.D., a learned professor of agriculture, about to be booked on a charge of homicide. Talk about still waters running deep. Here is a quiet brook that apparently has no bottom.
What are you going to do with me, Lieutenant Novak?
Take you in, book you.
Lieutenant, please, give me a chance to think.
Now, that's not my job.
But I have to get my thoughts together, and how can I think in jail?
I'm sure you'll get out on bond.
But I'll be a different person. I'll stand accused of murder. People will look at me in a different way. I'll even look at myself differently. Please, help me.
How?
Help me think it through. From the beginning. Someone killed Gene Howells. If I didn't kill him, who did?
Look, Professor...
I need your help. The help of an experienced professional detective.
That's not my job.
And once you arrest me, you'll be through with me.
I already arrested you. I even told you your rights.
I know. You said I had the right to counsel. Well, you're my counsel.
I'm not a lawyer.
A counselor is one who advises. Now, please listen and advise me. Who else could have killed Gene Howells?
Who else had a motive?
Let me explain that to you.
Now, we're wasting time.
You never waste time. You only waste effort. Arrest me and you'll get further away from the truth.
Well, what is the truth?
What did happen? What is the chain of events that led you to my door? The first link. Among the exchange students at the university is the crown prince of a protectorate located high in the Himalayan mountains. In Asia.
I know where the Himalayan mountains are.
And it occurred to me that I could help the prince to help his countrymen, who are mostly poverty-stricken herdsmen. And so, you see, Prince Lutov...
Oh, you must call me Shorty.
Ah, Shorty.
It is a fabulous joke. You see, I am 6 feet tall. None of my countrymen grow that high. You see, my brother Ali here is barely 5 feet. That is average for our country. Small people with small bones.
That's why I'm here, Prince, because your countrymen do not grow.
Fabulous! You hear that, Ali? A lady professor, a Shahiba, visits us because our country people are small.
There is great wisdom in this country, magnificent one, which is why we are...
Ali, in public, even you must call me Shorty.
The staple food of your people is milk, goat's milk.
The sacred goats of Kandar.
But the milk is scanty and significantly low in protein.
The milk is sacred. What the Sahiba says is blasphemy.
The problem can be solved by introducing a new kind of pasturage, a new clover which I have developed, one that contains more nutrients, one that will double the output of milk.
Fabulous!
We would have to arrange for proper plowing and seeding.
His Magnificence wishes to thank you. You will be informed of his decision in due time.
Yeah, but Ali, what
Just
is that?
Because you are not at home, Magnificent Shorty, does not mean you may act without meditation or counsel.
Ah, he's right, Professor. He's always right. He may be my younger brother, but he has the brains in our family. We will communicate with you in due time.
I didn't know what to think. Here, I was offering these people a way to save millions of lives. And how? How could they be so cavalier about it? And would you believe, a week later I received a note from Ali.
Dear Professor Sanderson, after considerable meditation and prayer for guidance, His Magnificence, the Crown Prince Ludov, has determined that your estimable project is not practical at this time.
Why is it impractical?
Sahiba, it is impractical because you are a woman.
What does that have
And because you are a woman, you are impure.
Really? In what way?
In our country, you would not be permitted to come in contact with the goats of Kandar, which are sacred beasts.
But I'll have nothing to do with your goats.
You will have provided them with food. The people will ask, this new grass, from whence does it come? And the answer, it is the creation of a woman. We shall have civil war.
No one has to know.
It will come out.
How?
It will be a major news event, hailed all over the world. Many of our people read.
You mean they would rather starve than accept food created by a woman?
Madam, this is our religion. It is not to be mocked.
Forgive me.
Now, we appreciate your concern, Professor, but we must analyze the entire problem. Your new grass may save thousands from hunger, but cause just as many to die in riots.
Is this being turned down because I am a woman? Is that the only reason?
Yes. His magnificent Shorty has no choice.
Well, then, perhaps there is something I can do.
What are you saying, Augusta?
Jean, this is your discovery.
But, that's not right.
I've agonized over this thing. What am I supposed to do? Let people starve because of their prejudices? And what right have I to call them prejudices? Those are devoutly held beliefs.
But this grass, this thick purple clover, I didn't know it could be developed.
I didn't either.
Well, how did the idea occur to you?
Perhaps it was supposed to occur to me.
Well, now, what does that mean?
Oh, anything you'd like it to mean.
Augusta, I'm afraid to take the credit.
Afraid?
Yeah, I'm afraid of what it might do to me. This will be hailed, you know that, don't you?
Yes.
It will earn its discoverer recognition, awards. How will I react? How will my personality change? I've always been content to do my work quietly.
We're talking about life or death for hundreds of thousands, millions of people.
And how will you change, Augusta? You'll see me regarded as a savior. What will it do to you? You'll start to hate me.
I could never hate you, Jean.
It isn't right. You've been struggling with this discovery for so long. You're going to regret it.
I'll think of all the children who'll have a chance to live. I'll regret nothing.
I'll regret it.
I've thought and thought. There's no other way.
So you finally convinced Dr. Howells to become a hero. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
It's very noble of you. Very self-sacrificing. So why did you accuse him of stealing everything in Pete's Oasis?
Because Jean was right. He started to believe after a little while that the clover was actually his. It was supposed to be kept secret till we were ready for planting. But he let out a word here and there. And, well, compliments, praise poured in. He started to preen himself.
And that's when you found out you were human, after all.
Yes.
And you gave up without a fight.
I'm not a fighter. I think it's more important for the grass to grow.
Now, I have to repeat this vital question, Professor. Why give the credit to Dr. Howells?
Because he is an authority on agriculture.
Yes, sure, but is he the only one?
Well, no.
The fact is, you could have given it to any number of people, isn't that true?
Yes, yes.
All right, why Howells? All right, I'll tell you why. You're in love with him.
That's
what? That's either true or false. You see, I listened to every word you said. Not only to the words, but to how you said them. I could never hate you, Jean. There's a tone in your voice when you say his name. It's funny, you call him Jean, he calls you Augusta. It's kind of formal, isn't it?
Everyone calls me Augusta.
But as far as you're concerned, Dr. Howells wasn't everyone.
I admit, I confess, perhaps, why shouldn't I have felt that I was in love with him? We certainly had similar interests.
And so you gave him this grass discovery, hoping somehow that he might respond to you.
That's not true.
It isn't, huh?
I gave him the credit because of the starving people.
Sure, and also because he might feel he owed you something. Like a proposal of marriage.
That's a lie.
Only you know that for sure. All right, maybe it wasn't so cut and dried. Few things are, but there was an element of give and take, wasn't there?
Yes.
But your generosity didn't change the nature of your relationship with Howells, did it?
No.
It was still friendship, at best, wasn't it?
Yes.
And that's what really infuriated you, wasn't it?
No.
You were, as they say in the books, the woman spurned.
Please believe me, I didn't kill him.
I'm afraid we have to go.
Where?
To police headquarters.
But I'm innocent.
Professor Sanderson, I admire you. You're a woman who worked hard against a lot of odds to get where you are. On the way, you must have missed out on many things.
Please, I am telling you I am innocent.
There was something between you and Howells.
No.
Well, what did happen? You're giving me a story about some purple grass, some Asiatic prince. Some deal you made to give Howells the credit for something. Now, how do I know any of it is true?
What are you saying?
This business about the grass, all I've got is your word for it.
I tell you it's true.
Well, all right. There's only one way to find out. Isn't there?
Yes. How may I help you?
Prince, Your Highness.
Shorty. You must call me Shorty.
I'm a police detective, as I believe this gentleman has told you.
Oh, yes. My brother Ali informed me. It's fabulous.
Do you know this lady?
This lady?
Of course they know me.
Ali, is this charming lady familiar?
No.
You must remember me. I was here to tell you all about my new grass.
Grass? Ali, what would we have to do with grass?
We have never seen this lady before in our lives.
Oh, it is a pity, because she is a most charming lady.
We spoke about the goats, the sacred goats of Kandar, and you said because I was a woman, I was impure.
Oh, that is impossible. Why should we insult you?
I told you the discovery would belong to Dr. Howells, and you said in that case you would accept it.
Ali, do we know a Dr. Howells?
No.
But I was here. We spoke.
Professor, it's time we were leaving.
Ever get the feeling that everybody around you is crazy and you're the only sane, sensible person in the room or even in the world? If you ever did, you are in a perfect position to appreciate what is going on inside Professor Augustus Sanderson at this very moment. Well, we still have the third act to come, and we usually manage to sort these things out. What do you do when you're accused of murder? I suppose you admit it if it's true and deny it if it's false. But suppose you're not sure of the answer. Suppose the charge could be true or false. Suppose you reach that point where you just don't know. Is such a state of affairs possible?
But I was here. I spoke to you both.
Oh, would we forget so delightful a lady as you?
The Sahiba is mistaken.
I can't be.
Gentlemen, I'm sorry we bothered you.
Oh, it was no bother. Just think, Ali. When we return home, we can say we had a visit from a real American detective. Oh, fabulous.
Professor, I'm sorry, Professor Sanderson. The train has come to the end of the line. Last stop. All out.
What does one bring to a jail?
Well, a toothbrush, a change of clothes. Like I say, you've got a good chance of being out on bond.
Thank you. Lieutenant Novak, I can prove that I gave the credit for the discovery to Dr. Howells.
Well, suppose you did.
Then that would prove that those two are lying.
No, it will only prove that you gave the discovery to Dr. Howells for reasons of your own.
What reasons would I have?
Personal reasons. And that's why you killed him.
I still say I didn't do it.
Well, if that's your story, stick to it.
I didn't. Someone stole my revolver.
Professor, you'll have to convince a jury.
You don't believe it.
What I believe right now doesn't matter at all. Now just pack a small bag.
Ali?
Yes, Magnificence.
Tell me, little brother, why did we have to engage in that charade with the police detective?
I thought it would be instructive.
Instructive?
Why have we come to this most democratic of all countries? You were the one who insisted.
I know. I wanted to live like an ordinary common member of the people.
A desire I could never understand. Well, the common people, whether they be ignorant shepherds or sophisticated Americans, act alike as far as the police are concerned.
Is that true?
When questioned by police, the common people in America do exactly as our people do. But they have a most picturesque phrase for it. They clam up.
Clam up. How beautifully descriptive.
In both countries, one simply does not become involved with the police. And so, when I heard there was an officer at the door, I decided to act in our best interests. Who knows where a thing like this could lead?
Clam up.
It is, after all, my duty to advise you.
Fabulous.
Are you ready, Professor? As I said, you don't have to pack too much.
Lieutenant, Lutoff and his brother Ali were lying.
It's all in the hands of the jury now.
Don't say that.
Well, what do you want me to say? Look, I want you to know something. I like you.
Please don't.
Don't what?
Don't say meaningless words in an attempt to make me feel better.
I like you. Because you're a woman who's smart. Who's good looking.
If you really liked me, you'd listen to my story.
Because I like you, I'm advising you to change it. You want to beat this, don't you? Tell the truth. The truth is always the best defense, no matter how bleak it looks. The jury responds to the truth. They feel it. They respect you for it.
But I am telling the truth.
No. It was a lover's quarrel. Now have your lawyer get women on the jury. They eat that up.
If you're going to arrest me, get it over with.
Okay, I just wish you'd listen.
The truth is, someone came here, stole my gun. My gun, you have it. I want a receipt for it.
You'll get it. It'll be an exhibit at the trial. 122 caliber revolver. 5 cartridges. 1 empty shell.
I don't care about those. They don't belong to me. I wouldn't keep a loaded gun in the house. I don't even have any bullets, I told you. Why can't you believe me?
Because if I believed you, I'd have to believe in Santa Claus. And furthermore... Hey, maybe I do.
What?
Shh. These cartridges, they're not American-made. Look at what it says on the rim of each cartridge. Here. Where the manufacturer has his name. That's not American writing.
Those letters, it's a different alphabet. They could be Hindi.
Foreign shells. Made in India. Nobody sells them around here.
It was the younger brother, Ali.
Hold it.
I know why it was Ali. Let me tell you, from the very beginning, he was the one who was opposed to the...
Now, hold it a minute. This is Lieutenant Novak. I need something in a hurry. You got that Crown Prince going to the college and his brother? All right, get the phone number. Call him. Say it's a routine annual inquiry about guns. Ask if he has one, and what kind. All right, call me right back at this number. 227-8308. Yeah.
The bullets have to belong to Ali.
Only if he has a .22 of his own.
It was Ali, I know it.
How can you be so sure?
He came here, he stole my gun, but it was empty. It was nighttime, the stores are closed. Where can he buy bullets? He can't, so he goes home, he gets his own.
He would only have those bullets if he owns a .22.
He has to. He must. It's the only thing that makes sense.
All right. Even if we can prove these are his cartridges, you know what he can say? He can say you stole them.
Why would I?
Because you're trying to construct a case against him. And you are.
I just know he killed Gene Howells.
Let's examine your whole story. They won't take the grass seed from you because you're a woman. All right, fine. You give it to Dr. Howells. Now, what's the objection?
The objection?
Now, it's plain sailing, isn't it? Plant the new grass, feed all the hungry people? What's wrong?
Allie. It's Allie. When I saw Gene Howells last night, he was terribly depressed and very frightened.
Lieutenant Novak. Yeah. Oh, he does. Okay. Prince Ali has a .22 pistol registered in his name.
Which means these are his bullets.
You said Dr. Howells was depressed? Why?
Why? Let me think. I was so angry and upset when I went to see him. I know I went in there hating him, and I left feeling sorry for him.
But you haven't told me why.
What did he say to me? Let me try to remember exactly what he said to me.
I wish I'd never heard of that Clover of yours.
Really? The last time I read the papers, it was that Clover of yours.
It's mine only because that's how you'd have it. I told you this had happened. You'd have second thoughts, and I'd have a guilty conscience.
I'm sorry. It is all my fault.
And it may have been all for nothing.
Why?
They don't want the grass. They didn't realize it was purple in color.
Oh, what's wrong with purple?
Allie explained it. Purple is an unlucky color, and so the time wasn't right. But perhaps in the future...
What was supposed to happen in the future? If purple is unlucky, it will always be unlucky.
I became angry. I told Allie somehow I would let his people know about this grass and how badly they need it.
And what was his answer?
Nothing. He looked at me. Just looked. With those funny eyes. Well, you think they're funny, but they can be frightening. Augusta, why did you have to tempt me with this?
Please, Jean, try to be calm.
It's going to end badly, I know it.
We tried. They won't take our help. This is all we can do. Prince Lutoff was willing to go along. And it was Allie who raised the objection, and when that objection was removed, it was Allie who found a new one, the color.
Well, why would Ali want his people to go on starving?
Because... Wait. Jean said Allie had told him that the time wasn't ripe. Perhaps in the future. When it could do Allie himself some good.
Are you saying Ali has ideas of his own?
If Prince Lutoff is overthrown, and he could be... if the people get hungry enough.
Does Ali get the top spot then?
And then, as the new ruler, Ali can claim heaven showed him a new grass, and henceforth purple will be the color favored by the gods. But there's one thing. Where would he get the grass, with Jean dead?
Well, he could come to you with a brand new story.
No, the woman thing is too deeply rooted.
Well, as it stands right now... Well, what is the grass? Where does it exist?
The grass is a box full of seeds, plus volumes of notes detailing hundreds of experiments, how it's formed, how it should be planted.
Well, where is all this stuff?
I turned it over to Jean. It should all be in his files at home. And I'll bet it's gone. I delivered the seeds and the notes to him myself. The only place he could keep them would be in these files.
Are you sure they wouldn't be anywhere else?
I'm positive. Besides, look at the notation on this drawer. PC, purple clover. And the drawer is empty.
Well, that's that.
What does that mean?
We have a very good hypothesis, but no evidence. So far, you are still the best suspect.
But you know I am innocent. There must be some way we can prove that Ali is... I have an idea. I'll go to see Prince Ali, and I'll confront him with what we know. That will force him to threaten me, perhaps to try to kill me. You can save me at the last minute.
It's not going to work.
Why?
Because this is a country of laws. What you're suggesting is illegal.
Why is it illegal?
Because it's considered entrapment.
But you see it all the time in the movies.
And those movies all end up before the judge throws the evidence out of court. But you did give me an idea.
What idea?
It's a very simple routine idea. Now you go home, wait there.
What are you going to do?
Just police business. Just go home and wait.
But I can't wait.
You'll just have to.
No, Sahiba, I'm really quite embarrassed.
Your younger brother is plotting against you.
Ali? Oh, that is impossible.
The woman is mad.
Ali wants your people to starve so they will revolt. You will be killed, he succeeds you, and then he gives them the purple grass.
That's a lie.
Fabulous.
It's true. He has discouraged you from accepting the clover. Why? He wants to give it to the people himself.
She's mad.
Oh, what a woman. Look at the fire in her eyes. You may think I'm young for you, Professor, but I value an older woman.
Don't you understand the implications of what I am saying to you?
Be my first wife. The others don't matter. They're only concubines. You will rule, and with fabulous wisdom.
I'm telling you about your brother.
Oh, I know he's plotting against me. It is expected of brothers.
You knew?
Didn't I plot against our older brother?
Then you should have done something about me when you had the chance.
What are you doing with that pistol?
She'll be blamed. She'll be thought mad because of her purple grass. She's already killed her lover, and now you. Because you made her give up her discovery.
No, it's not going to work that way at all. Just lower that gun. That's nice. Why'd you come here, Augusta? Because you didn't think I could help you, huh?
Well, I thought
I just went back for a search warrant. All we have to do is find the seeds and the notes in his possession. Will we find them, Allie?
I don't.
They are in his trunk.
You knew, Lutoff?
Of course I knew. I had planned to take care of you as soon as we return to our own country. Here I am restricted by all kinds of legalities.
Prince, I intend to arrest your brother. Will you claim any diplomatic privilege?
None at all. The law is sacred. It must be observed.
Smitty, go get his trunk. Wilson, take him to the station house.
Well, Professor Sanderson, shall you consider my proposal?
She can't do that. She has to come along with me.
Where are we going?
This way, ma'am.
Where are you taking me? Surely I'm not under arrest.
Now, listen. You'd consider going off to Asia with that character?
Oh, I have to take it under very serious consideration.
Why?
It's the first time anyone at all made me a proposal.
Well, relax. You're about to get another one.
And she did. Maybe he wasn't the man of her dreams, or she of his, but you don't marry dreams. You marry reality. And reality can be much more satisfying. We'll have more reality when I return in just a few moments. How slender a thread holds up the world. If 1,000,000 goats can each give an extra pint of milk a day, that can mean the difference between life and death for thousands of children. The true heroes are the overlooked and unknown heroes who probe daily to solve the really great mystery. How to get an acre to yield another few bushels, or a hen to lay another egg. Little things, and those little things will eventually make or break the world. Our cast included Sandy Dennis, Ralph Bell, Arnold Stang, and Robert Dryden. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown.
This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. I'd treat with the devil, give promise or pact, to make all my fantasies turn into fact. Thus spoke the poet. Look at the world you live in today. If we are worried, troubled, it is because the megalomaniacal fantasies of three men became actual, hideous reality. Consider a certain half-mad Austrian house painter, a bombastic Italian journalist, a sleepy-eyed Russian bank robber.
Karen, what is the matter with you? Karen, are you all right?
Yes, Heinrich, I'm all right.
Something's wrong. Your cheeks are flushed. Let me feel your pulse.
You mean you want to touch me?
Karen, it's me, Heinrich.
Oh, no. I know now who you are. You're God.
Our mystery drama, Goodbye, Carl Eric, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Sam Dan and stars Kevin McCarthy. It is sponsored in part by Anheuser-Busch Incorporated, Brewers of Budweiser, and Sign-Off, the sinus medicines. I'll be back shortly with Act One. When we wish to learn about history, we turn to the writings of historians. 500, 1,000 years from now, how will people look back at the arch-villains of our times? Who knows? We're about to meet a historian, a diary keeper named Heinrich Stammler. When he first started his diary many years ago in the city of Hamburg, Heinrich Stammler, doctor of medicine, was very thin, very blonde, very German, and still rather young.
January 2nd, 1927, Grandfather presented me with this beautiful leather-bound book and directed me to fill its empty pages with the day-by-day story of my life. My promise to keep a journal would not have survived had it not been for Frau Müller. And who is Frau Müller, you ask? In the 2 years that I've been resident in the hospital, Frau Müller has been a wispy, white-haired wraith of a woman, constantly on her knees in the corridor, scrubbing brush clenched in both fists, as she performed her ceaseless ritual to some goddess of cleanliness. We never spoke. We never even exchanged casual greetings. Indeed, I never even knew her name was Frau Müller until yesterday. Yes? Come in. I said come in. Yes? Oh, you're the cleaning woman.
Yes.
Is it that time of day already? Yes, it is. All right. I'm through here. You can tidy up.
Herr Doctor.
Yes. Well?
My name is Müller. Irma Müller.
Well, Happy New Year to you, Frau Müller. And now I shall get out of the way.
Herr Doctor, you...
What is it? What is it? Well, speak up.
You must help me.
What do you want?
What do I want? I realize I have no right to want anything, to ask anything. I know I'm forgetting my place, forgetting who I am.
Well, don't be forgetting what you want to ask me.
They say that you are a kind man. Well, I'm a poor woman. I have no friends, no money. I have no family. You are my only hope.
Huh? For what?
Well, I have a son.
Hmm?
His name is Carl Eric.
Yes?
I know I impose upon your kindness.
No. Stay with Carl Eric.
You must help him.
What's wrong with him?
He's unable to speak. He doesn't speak.
Because he cannot? Or because he will not?
He stopped speaking suddenly when his father died. And whatever you do to or say to him, he will not utter a single word. Sometimes he makes sounds in his throat, but he doesn't speak.
All right. Bring him here to the hospital and we'll have a look. Now, Frau Muller, you must excuse
But
me.
Carl Eric, he cannot come to the hospital.
Why not?
But he refuses.
He can't afford to take that attitude.
He won't go anywhere. I can't get him to set foot out of the house.
And Frau Muller, there's nothing I can do.
Could you come to see him?
No, Frau Muller, I could not.
Oh, please, I know I haven't the right to ask.
I wouldn't, because he himself must be interested enough to come here.
But he's stubborn.
Further,
stupid.
I am not permitted to treat patients privately.
Oh, please, dear doctor.
I'm sorry, but you have heard my final word on the subject. But she hadn't. She wanted to hear more. Do you know this woman was waiting for me very late last evening outside the Schauspielhaus, where I had gone to see the play by Bertolt Brecht? She was standing under a lamppost in the falling snow.
Here, doctor.
What is it? Oh, you are Frau Muller.
Oh, forgive me. You see, you are my only hope. My last hope.
Frau Muller, I am willing to help you, but you will have to bring your son to the clinic.
But he won't come.
Well, in that case, there's nothing I can do. Don't you understand? No. She doesn't understand. She waits for me everywhere. Outside the hospital, outside the restaurant, the theater, nightclub, my apartment. This frail, obsequious woman, begging, pleading, imploring.
Oh, please, here, doctor. I'm old, tired. Pity me. I can only live a little while longer. And then what will become of my little Carl Eric? What's to become of him?
There's no escape. Her voice follows me. Her face haunts me. There's no getting rid of her. This clinging, unshakable leech of a woman. And people are starting to notice.
You've been keeping something from me, Shotzi.
Taxi!
Who is she?
Taxi!
A former flame?
Please, Karen.
And now that she's grown old, you refuse to recognize her.
Will you stop this ridiculous chatter?
Why is it ridiculous? 15 years ago, you were still a very young student. She might have been a very handsome woman.
Taxi!
Of course. She was your very first mistress.
Now, Karen, I've had enough of this.
Ah, isn't there still a tender spot?
There's a cab. Taxi!
For the old sweetheart who initiated you into the beautiful mysteries of love.
Here we are.
Oh, give her something for old time's sake.
You don't know what this is all about.
Well, if you won't give her something, I will. Here, Mother, a 5-mark note.
Now, look here, Frau Muller. Enough is enough. If you don't stop following me, I'll report it to the director of the hospital. January 19th. Last night, I went to see Carl Eric. Yes, like the rains that erode the rocks, Frau Muller finally wore me down. She lives in a miserable flat not far from the docks. The smells, the dirt, the vermin. All this was predictable. But the surprise was Carl Eric. After the way she talked about her little boy, I'd anticipated a skinny brat of 7 or 8. I was not prepared for a broad-shouldered giant, perhaps a few years younger than myself. Blonde-haired, blue-eyed, naturally handsome. His face was distorted, made ugly by a terrible grimace of hatred, and a look of madness in his eyes. And yet this bruiser, who could broken me in half with one hand, cowered in the corner like some terrified animal.
Say hello to the doctor, Carl Eric. The nice doctor has come all the way to help you. Say something. Well, up to your old tricks? Won't open your mouth? The doctor is with the city hospital. He's an official of the government. You want him to arrest you? Animal, open your mouth. You can speak. You're being stubborn, stupid. Speak. Speak. Talk. Say something.
Stop it. Stop it, Frommuller. Don't strike him.
He's a murderer. He wants to kill me, worry me to death.
Wait. Please, now. Sit down, Frau Müller. I said sit down.
Yes. Yes, Doctor.
Carl Eric. Very happy to know you. My name is Dr. Heinrich Stammler. Now, as you can appreciate, your mother is quite worried, Carl. Surely you agree that what you're doing now it simply has no future.
Tell him you're from the government. If he doesn't speak, if he doesn't go out and find a job, you'll arrest him.
I'll tell him no such thing. I'll tell him the truth. Carl Eric, I want to help you. Help make you happy. Surely you cannot be happy here, shut away from everything and everybody. Now then, the first thing I would like you to do is to have you open your mouth so I can take a look.
Open your mouth.
Please, Frau Müller.
Open your mouth. Look at him sit there.
Frau Müller, you must not interfere.
Are you telling me how to handle my own son? There's only one language he understands. A smack across his ugly face.
Stop it. I cannot help you if you persist in striking him. Carl Eric, I'll come again another night when you feel like talking.
Oh, no, you're going. How can you leave?
There's nothing I can do tonight.
You won't come back. I know you won't come back.
Wait. What is he doing?
Answer the doctor. He's talking to you.
What is he doing at that table?
Oh, the table. I should throw it out.
No. What's on it? Looks like a helmet, a bayonet, a soldier's belt. All sorts of military equipment. The way he picks up each article.
Oh, he's not a little boy. He can't play with soldiers' toys anymore.
No. He's not playing, Frau Müller. It's as if he's experiencing a religious...
10 years ago, when he was 12 years old, in 1917, we learned that his father fell in France. Since that day, he has been dumb. He refuses to speak.
And he has made himself a little shrine. Now I understand. Now I know how to talk to him.
Oh, doctor, don't go near the table. Don't touch anything on that table.
Carl Eric.
Put away that bayonet.
I only mean to...
Put down the bayonet.
Carl Eric.
No.
Well, the therapy of Dr. Heinrich Stammler may be rather short-lived. A furious Carl Eric is stabbing away at his tormentors with a World War I German army bayonet. Some of you are probably saying there's really nothing to worry about since we would never kill off a central character in the first act. Well, there's a great deal to that philosophy, but remember, like everyone else, we hate to be taken for granted. We may just surprise you in a very few moments. This is a day in the life of Dr. Heinrich Stammler, as recorded in his diary almost 50 years ago. It describes the night of January 19th, 1927. He is in a dismal flat in a dingy tenement in the city of Hamburg. There is a tear in his coat where a wild thrust of a souvenir bayonet has narrowly missed doing him serious damage. The bayonet is in the hand of a wild-eyed blonde giant of about 22 who has just undergone a fit of uncontrollable rage. He has been subdued by his frail and wizened mother, who is now beating him without mercy.
How dare you!
Frau Müller, let him alone.
Hold on!
Frau Müller, I order you to be quiet. Stop it.
Oh, yes. Yes, Doctor.
Now you will be silent.
But...
or leave the room.
He's only being stubborn, willful. What? Why can't he talk?
Because... I'll try to explain. He suffers from a form of hysterical aphasia. The shock of his father's death paralyzed that portion.
Paralyzed? You say he's paralyzed? No,
Let us say that the shock stunned that portion of Carl Eric's brain, which transforms ideas, things into words. Carl Eric and I have so much in common, huh? Such a great deal to talk about. You do want to talk with me, don't you, Carl Eric? But you see, he is unable to transform the idea yes into the word yes. He must learn to speak all over again. Carl Eric, you must do this for your father. Can he rest in peace if his death has made you dumb? Did he die for the fatherland only to destroy his son? Tomorrow, we begin. You'll come to the clinic. Don't be frightened. Don't be frightened. No one will hurt you. January 27. It proceeds slowly. What is the true etiology of hysterical speech disorders? Each case is a world of its very own. A dark and brooding place filled with fear and terror. And I must lead this lad from its jagged shadows into the sunlight. The tongue against the upper teeth. And explode. Now? All of them? Stay. This is an orange. Try to say it. Orange. It has a color, a shape, a flavor. Look. Feel. Taste. Huh? Collect all these things into your mind and say orange. This is a cup. Now, watch. You turn the cup upside down. The outline of the cup is like the shape of the top of your head. Head. The key is the word head. Now, the word cap sounds like the word cup. And a cap fits on your head. Huh? And a captain. Captain. Where do you find a captain? At the head of forward. March. Soldiers. Captain. Captain. A pear can be two. A pear can be fruit. Two pear is to cut. May 18th. The boy is so quick, so bright, he almost frightens me. He eats knowledge the way a starving man devours food. Slowly but slowly, the words are coming back. And many words are words he never knew.
Karen said something about it. I took Carl Eric out to dinner with us. Later on, Karen asked me,
How does it feel to be God?
why ask me?
Because you have just created a living creature in your own image.
I have.
Carl Eric. Oh, he studies you so closely. He talks almost the way you do.
Oh, it's all in your imagination. The boy is being grateful. No one was ever really kind to him before. He's showing gratitude to a big brother.
This isn't gratitude to his brother. This is worship to his God. Promise me something, Heinrich.
Anything.
I'm serious. You must never fail him in any way. You are his God.
Then I must fail him in the end. All gods have feet of clay.
If he finds your feet are of clay, it will destroy him.
June 11th. Today I told him he would have to take his first test. And the look that I thought had vanished forever suddenly reappeared. The look of the terrified animal.
No. I'm afraid.
You must do this.
I can't.
You must go out into the world finally.
No, I know. I know what'll happen. I know. I'll be standing in line. I'll be waiting for my turn. Fraulein Baker will say next, and I'll be next. I'll just stand there, and she'll say, well, speak up. What'll it be? And I'll just stand there. A lump. A stone.
No, you won't.
I will. I'll forget the word for bread.
You'll remember.
I won't. It's happened before. I can't go out there.
I would like for us to have a loaf of bread for our dinner.
No.
Do me a favor.
I can't.
Please go around the corner to the bake shop.
No.
If you forget the word for bread.
See, even you're saying I'll forget it.
If you forget, just stand there and think.
They'll laugh at me.
If anyone laughs, turn to them, look at them, say to them slowly, distinctly, calmly, why are you laughing? What's so funny about a human being in distress? Now go.
Please, Dr. Heinrich.
Please. His please was a cry that almost broke my heart, but the time comes when the cord must be cut. I followed him downstairs, up the street, around the corner. I saw him enter the bake shop. His face had a look of agony, of a man being led to the scaffold. I stood just outside the door. I peered into the shop. One by one, the customers in front of him were served, and then...
All right. Who's next? I guess it's you, young man. Well, what do you want? Are you deaf? What do you want? You've been standing there 5 minutes waiting your turn. Couldn't you decide? So, say something. Speak up, stupid. Look at the comical faces he makes. He ought to be at the theater.
Why are you laughing? What's so funny about a person in distress? Well?
Oh, Lord. Forgive me.
I want a loaf of bread. Do you hear me? I want a loaf of bread. Bread with a crisp crust.
He stood there, proud and tall, with fire in his eyes, as if he were a hero of legend. And to the half-dozen people in the bake shop, he was a hero. A man who had performed a titanic feat. And I knew then that he could stand alone. My work was finished. I could let go. I could say goodbye. Goodbye, Carl Eric.
Dr. Heinrich, what can I say to you?
I only did my duty as a doctor.
No.
Did you say goodbye to your mother?
Oh, yes. She made a scene. Munich is so far away, but it is time for me to leave.
I know the job doesn't pay much, but it's a start.
I'll work hard, I promise.
And meet a nice girl. What's this? You're blushing.
I've already met her.
You've been holding out on me. Who is she?
You laugh at me.
I'll only laugh at you if you deserve it. What's her name?
Lisa Reinmuth.
Lisa? Are you...
Am I what? Crazy?
No, do you mean Lisa Reinmuth, the film star? I see.
What do you see? A foolish clod?
No. That's why she's there. On the screen, so idealistic young men can fall in love with her.
I know it's hopeless.
Hopeless? Is anything hopeless for a true German? Look at what you've done already. Look at what you've won. Why not Lisa Reinmuth?
Yes.
Set your sights high.
Yes, you make me feel that anything is attainable. You did from the very beginning.
Work hard. You've got the stuff.
If I have, it's thanks to you.
No. Now stop that. I admit that I've given you a splendid gift. The magnificent gift of language. But you are the one who must use it. Promise me. Promise me. You will use it wisely and well.
I promise. Dr. Heinrich.
Goodbye, Carl Eric. Goodbye. February 23rd, 1929. Carl Eric's regular weekly letter arrived again this morning. I think my boy is feeling his oats.
Dear Dr. Heinrich, I lost my job, but I have found my future. We were sitting around at the loading dock during lunch hour, and the talk turned to what talk often does, women. And the foreman, a man I really don't like, was sounding off about a certain person.
You take these movie actresses. How do you think they get their jobs in this corrupt society? It's not how good they look on the screen. It's how good they perform with the producer.
Would you say all actresses are like that?
I would say they have to be.
Even Lisa Reinmuth?
Lisa Reinmuth is the mistress of... Shut up! Why, you punk! Hey, Carl Eric.
Hi, Fritz.
Oh, you're going to have one beaut of a black eye.
You should see Meyer.
What happened?
I got fired.
It figures. He starts the fight, you get canned, yeah? I like the way you handle yourself.
Look at where it got me.
What are you going to do now?
Well, look for another job.
You and a million others, huh? Got any money?
Just this week's pay.
Tell you what. Move in with me.
Oh, well, I wouldn't want to do that.
Oh, we got plenty of room.
We?
A couple of buddies and me.
Oh, but you don't even know me.
What is there to know? All good Germans are brothers. Here, have some more sweets.
Oh, I feel guilty.
Oh, look. One day I'll be out of work, yeah? Or Otto or Hans. And you'll have a job. So go ahead, eat.
Where are Hans and Otto tonight?
They left early. They had to set the place up.
What place?
Why, the meeting place. I don't have to be there till later, but I better hurry.
What kind of meeting is it?
Say, why don't you come along, I mean, in the ordinary way, you couldn't hope to get in. We're really going to have a mob. But I'll get you the best seat in the house.
You sound like a man of influence.
I'm getting there. I'm chairman of the meeting. And I'm the one who's going to introduce him.
Introduce who?
The schöne Adolf. That's who?
Adolf?
Adolf Hitler. The savior of Germany. And tonight, you're going to shake his hand.
Let's see. That was part of a letter written by Karl Erich Müller to Dr. Heinrich Stammler from Munich in the year 1929. 1929. Things were touch and go that year. The world hung in a precarious balance, waiting to be tipped one way or another. And some of the people who helped to tip it, finally, will be heard from when I return in just a few moments with Act 3. What was it like in the past? Well, historians list the events and enumerate the dates and describe the scenes. But how did it look? And how did it smell? And how did it feel? You had to live it to know it. Early in 1929, Adolf Hitler addressed a National Socialist rally in Munich in Bavaria. And Karl Erich Müller was introduced to him. And now, Karl Erich tries to capture this fateful moment as he writes to his adored Dr. Heinrich Stammler.
He takes your hand in both of his. He looks deep into your eyes. And at that moment, you expose your soul. At that moment, the world holds still. At that moment, nothing exists except for his eyes. And then he smiles. And he says, Karl Erich Müller, I am happy to be your comrade. Oh, my Dr. Stammler, I have been born 3 times. Once when my mother gave me birth, once when you raised me from the darkness, and once when I looked into my Führer's eyes. June the 15th, 1931. Dear Dr. Stammler, I can't explain how busy things are, but regardless, I shall write you my letter each week, religiously. I must share all this with you. After all, if it weren't for you, I know how uncomfortable I make you with my thanks. Your prediction came true. I met her. Yes, I met her. I finally met Lisa Reinmuth.
Carl, good news. You've been assigned to the film and theater section.
What do I know about theater?
Oh, with your mouth, how honey drips from your tongue.
What am I supposed to do?
Convince people in the cultural world to join the party. It'll keep you busy day and night, but everyone knows you're a bear for work.
When you're talking about work, I have to find a job.
Carl, you've got a job.
Oh, I mean a job that pays.
You're on the payroll now. The party can give you a good salary.
Take money from the party?
The party raises money to pay people like you and me, so that we may devote all our time to our work. Now, start calling the names on this list. Oh, by the way, the one on top is interesting.
Lisa Reinmuth?
Yeah.
How can I call her?
Simple. Pick up the phone.
She's a great star. Why would she talk to me?
Our party is the wave of the future. And you and I are riding the wave.
Oh, but I'm a completely unpolitical person.
Life is politics, Fraulein Reinmuth.
You have such a masculine smile.
Our country has a rendezvous with fate.
Fate? Yes, I believe in fate. It's fate that brings a man and a woman together.
Every year, the National Socialist Party grows stronger, more numerous. Join us now. Stand with us now. Now, when we need you.
I need you, too. You, Karl Erich. I need a man of strength, a man of ideals, a man of spirit. Oh, how hard it is for me to meet a man.
What are you saying? Millions of men would throw themselves at your feet.
What real woman wants a man who would kneel to her? Karl Erich.
Yes?
How I have waited for you, longed for you.
January 3rd, 1932. Sometimes I wonder if I even bothered to keep this diary. Oh, well. I suppose it's become a habit. Not that it wasn't an interesting day and evening.
But how could they fire you, Schatzi? They need doctors.
They didn't fire me. They simply didn't reappoint me.
For what reason?
I'm not a member of the party.
Is that the way the wind blows?
That's the way the wind blows.
I see your boy is doing all right for himself.
He'll come to his senses sooner
Good
or
evening
later.
to all true German comrades. This is Fritz Stauber with the program National Socialist Headlines.
Suppose we turn him off, huh?
Tonight, our guest is a German hero who is also my closest, dearest friend, Karl Erich Mueller.
Do we listen?
Oh, why not? He's still my Karl Erich.
Karl Erich Mueller, together with his beautiful fiancée, and we all know who she is, the lovely Lisa Reinmuth, and also an honored guest, a woman who is a credit to true German motherhood, Frau Irma Mueller. Let us hear from Lisa Reinmuth first.
I could only give myself to a true Aryan, to a man of the purest German blood. Our children will be supermen.
The best advice. And now, the hero himself, Karl Erich Mueller.
Thank you, friends. My heart is full. The dreams of my lifetime are coming true. What can a man want? An honored old age for his blessed parents, a true German woman to bear his children, honor and glory for his beloved fatherland. None of this would have happened for me had it not been for one man, one great man. He knows who he is, and he knows I can never forget him.
All right, that's enough.
Where will you go, Heinrich?
Oh, there are other jobs, other hospitals.
But the Nazis are gaining power every day. It might be better
The
to...
Nazis. Just scum that has been roiled up from the bottom of the stream by the political storms. This is a civilized country.
But I've heard the people scream, Heil for Hitler.
Hitler. How can any intelligent German take Hitler seriously? Why, the man's an Austrian. March 23rd, 1933. I saw Karl Erich today. For the first time in 4 years. For the first time since I put him on the train to Munich. And what a day to see him on. March 23rd. The day the Reichstag will vote full dictatorial powers to Hitler. Ah, well, there are bands playing in the streets and uniforms and cheering crowds everywhere. I'm walking down the avenue, and there's this tall, blonde giant of an SA officer with the most heavenly-looking redhead clinging to his arm, and then suddenly I'm seized in a powerful grip.
Doctor! Dr. Heinrich!
Why,
Karl Erich! You're Karl Erich! Lisa, this is Dr. Heinrich!
Oh, Doctor! Karl Erich never stopped talking about you.
Well, what are you doing? Where are you going? Wait, here's cleverness. Let's go in for a drink.
Yeah, but Karl
You
Erich,
have to what? Go somewhere, do something? Forget it. Take his arm, Lisa, and in we go. We shall sit here. Waiter, we shall order champagne, the very best. This is a celebration. Waiter, quickly, champagne. Now, talk to me, Dr. Heinrich, please, huh? Talk to me.
What can I tell you?
Everything.
What is everything?
Well, I haven't heard a word from you in over 2 years. At the hospital, nobody knows what happened. What did happen? Your clothes, look at you. Did you ever wear a rumpled jacket? I never saw you in a wrinkled shirt.
Well,
what?
That's how it goes.
Oh, no. That's how it went. You once saved me. How thankful I am that I can save you.
From what?
You know, Fritz Stauber is my best friend.
I heard.
Fritz Stauber was with Hitler in the 1923 putsch. Stauber introduced me to Hitler.
I read.
But don't you know what this means for you?
No.
You're ill. But we will nurse you back. Lisa and I, won't we, darling?
Of course.
You will become the most powerful man of medicine in all of Germany.
I don't think so.
Please listen to me, Dr. Heinrich. Ever since the day we met, I prayed, if only I could thank you someday, if only I could perform a service for you.
It's so good to see you again. Before I leave...
Where are you going?
To America.
America?
Mm-hmm.
Decadent America? How can you leave Germany now?
Weimar?
No. Never. Why?
Because I committed a crime.
A crime? For a moment you had me scared. A crime. What kind of a crime? Whatever it is, forget it, it's fixed. As of this moment, it is fixed. One word from me, and that crime is wiped from the books.
Not this crime.
Any crime. I don't care what it is. You are talking to me, to Karl Erich Müller. Well, what kind of terrible crime could you have committed?
I was born a Jew.
You were...
Carl Eric! Carl Eric, what's the matter? Why do you make such faces? What are you saying? Speak! Don't make those faces. I'm frightened. Oh, Doctor, do something.
I'm afraid I can do nothing.
Oh, say something to Carl Eric. You are his god.
Yeah, I know. And he has just seen my feet of clay.
Oh, say something to him.
Goodbye, Carl Eric. Goodbye.
From the diary of Dr. Heinrich Stammler. I left him sitting there, staring into space, that dull and vacant look that would remain forever on his countenance. Goodbye, poor Karl Erich. And that is the last entry. The book is closed. I still have another page, and we shall read it together in just a few moments. The twilight of the gods, all of the gods of power and conquest, were finally blasted from their feet of clay a decade after our story ended. Unfortunately, they have been recreated, rededicated, and once again, so many of us worship the gods of fire and destruction. Who will expose and destroy those gods in our time? Our cast included Kevin McCarthy, Paul Hecht, Bryna Rayburn, Joan Shea, and Sam Gray. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. And now, a preview of our next tale.
What is it?
I don't know. A funny, dead smell. Oh, we must get this house open and let some air in. And
what?
I thought it was oppression at first, but strange reaction. Heavy, listless. No, what's the word? I know. Something I've never totally felt in my life. Even at my parents' funerals. Sad. Just unbearably, inescapably sad.
Oh, Lord, help us. I knew as soon as I saw the door open. And the moment we got inside, she's back again. You let her back in.
Radio Mystery Theater was sponsored in part by Sign-Off, the Sinus Medicines, and Anheuser-Busch Incorporated, Brewers of Budweiser. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
And now, Mystery Theater.
Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Have you ever dreamed of flying? Of course you have. Everyone has. It's as natural as thirst or hunger. Except when it is not you who is doing the flying by yourself, but are being carried by... But that's our story. Another gripping twist on a subject which refuses to die. The vampire.
I have come here, but I don't know why.
Because I love you. And I want you to love me. Give yourself to me.
How can I? You are a specter. You have no body, no being.
Give yourself to me.
I was no sooner in her arms than I felt myself lifted off the ground, carried by her, mounting far above the ground, with her lips pressed to mine, kissed as I had never been kissed before.
Our mystery drama, Nightmare's Nest, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Ian Martin and stars Gordon Gould. Most of us, I imagine, accept the concept that certain things have been left out of our general makeup. We don't hit a baseball like Henry Aaron or a tennis ball like Jimmy Connors. We cannot play the piano or paint or develop the business acumen to become a millionaire. But most of us certainly expect that we will have equal emotions. How many of us could even imagine not being able to love someone? To be a person in whose personality that emotion had just been completely left out. This is the story of such a man, John Findlay Masters.
I've never really felt incomplete. That is, I never had till... But that would be getting ahead of myself. What I mean is that I have never been unhappy. Although I suppose I've not been very happy either. But content enough with my life, my dreams, my achievements, and my few avocations. As Father Dan McGovern liked to say of me,
you're the ultimate pragmatist, John, my boy. That's what keeps me coming by. I'll convert you yet.
what keeps you coming by is the sad delusion that someday, some way, you'll beat me at our weekly game of chess. Can I get you something to drink?
Oh, now that'd be nice. A little cherry would warm my heart if you'll join me.
By all means.
I wish I thought it could warm yours.
Dan, you'll never let go, will you? Why do I worry you so?
Because it's not natural to begin with. I mean, here you are, a man just turned 30, and you live like a hermit. You should be married with children.
Not my style.
At least you should have a woman who I mean, someone to cherish and love. And
Father,
And you, a man of the cloth? Are you advocating extramarital affairs?
Of course not. I'm less concerned with sex than with love.
Which only goes to prove what friendly antagonists we are. I am just the other way. One of the advantages of living in today's world. So let me put your mind to rest about that. And drink your sherry.
Somehow, it doesn't taste as good as I anticipated.
Well, that's a first-class sherry.
It isn't the wine that sours on me, it's you.
Why let it bother you?
Because because I feel I stand in loco parentis to you. Your father, rest his soul, was a long-time friend.
You puzzle and worry about me, Dan. You find me hard to understand. It shouldn't be too difficult. My father, who gloated over my mental capacities, my precocity in mathematics particularly, the academic honors I won that fed his vanity because I was his son. The endless hours he chained me to a chessboard, teaching me the game till I became the master. Pride in me, cold satisfaction, but never love. And, on the other hand, there was my mother.
Well, you can't say you didn't get it from her.
That was just the trouble. Too much. Like a dog that licks wildly at his master's face. Or all the girls who hung around after the football game. Or when we won the basketball championship.
Wait now, by the Holy Father. There's some hope for you yet. There is emotion, when sure I thought your soul was dead and buried.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Father. I am a man of no emotions, because I don't need them, or believe in them, except as a destructive force. My motivations are scientific, in the realm of pure mathematics, sheerly practical. Come on, you finished your sherry. Let's get to the game.
No. A moment longer. Now, I don't feel much like chess tonight.
Well, you'd better.
Why is that?
It may be your last chance. I'm giving up my apartment. I'm going away.
Away where?
I found a perfect house. Isolated, remote, locked away from the world.
Oh, sure, the last place for you to go.
Oh, I need to be utterly alone. I'm coming near the verge of a breakthrough in pure mathematical theory that could upend the world.
Oh, dear God, would you listen to the man? Hasn't the world been upended enough already? Oh, John, I have a terrible premonition 'tis the worst thing you could possibly have done.
And so I came to live at Mayor's Nest, named for the man Mayor who built it. It should have been called Nightmare's Nest. But I had no idea of that, of course, that first afternoon, as Mrs. Denton took me on a tour of my new home.
I'm sorry, Mr. Masters, for the condition of the third floor. Most of the rooms here are small, old-fashioned servants' rooms with little light. And the others are storage, filled with old lumber, a lot of leftover trash that Mr. Mayor has instructed me to throw away. Family papers, old clothes, and the like.
What's that door at the end of the hall?
Why, that's Miss Stella's old playroom.
Is it large?
Oh, yes.
Well, let's have a look at it.
Nothing's been done here. After she died, her things were all taken away, too.
It looks perfect for me. That big gable window overlooks the garden?
Yes, it does.
Is it fully wired here?
Oh, yes, it's heated electrically. Mr. Mayor had 220-volt current brought up.
Well, then it's perfect. I may want to put in a computer. Quite a view, too. I didn't get a chance to really look at the gardens. It's beginning to get a little dark. What's that sort of walled-in area beyond the trees there?
That's the maze, sir.
The what?
Mr. Mayor was a very rich man. He had strange fancies. He was visiting in London at Hampton Court, is it? Where Henry VIII lived?
That's right.
Well, there's a thing called the maze there. You know, a place...
I know, a labyrinth of yew hedges full of dead ends till you find just the right path to the center.
That's right. Well, anyway, Mr. Mayor built one just like it for Miss Stella. For her and her friends to play in was the idea.
Fascinating. I'd like to go down and have a look at it.
Oh, it's getting a bit dark, sir, and besides, when the wall was built around the maze, the gate was padlocked, and I don't know where the key has gotten to.
Well, never mind. I can see it tomorrow. Let's go down to the second floor and decide on a bedroom suite for me, and then we can start thinking about dinner.
Very well, sir. Oh, Mr. Masters.
Yes?
I just hope you'll be very happy here.
I don't even ask that much. Content and undisturbed will suit me fine.
Good morning, Mr. Masters. You'll be ready for your breakfast?
Just juice and coffee, Mrs. Denton. I don't eat in the morning.
Oh, we have some lovely fresh eggs from the farm down the road.
No, thank you. You will find that I'm a creature of habit. Too late to change anything in my life.
Well, I heard you moving about, so I have the orange juice right here and the coffee nice and warm. Or, would you prefer some other fruit juice?
No, this is fine. But speaking of hearing things, though...
What? You heard something in the night?
What? No. I slept like a top. Now, I was talking about the hall. There's an echo there.
Oh, well, it's the tiles, sir. See, there used to be a big round rug there, but Mr. Mayor liked the tiles so much he had it taken up.
Well, let's get it put down again. The place is as cold as a grave and sounds like walking through a crypt. It's a pleasant day.
It's getting very chilly.
A nice dry chill. An invigorating day. And I need a good deal of air after last night.
I beg pardon, sir. You said you slept well.
I did, but heavily. I couldn't get any of the windows open in my room.
Oh, well, that's because the screens aren't in yet.
Well, still, if I hadn't gone to bed so late, I would have looked for you to ask you why on earth they are nailed shut.
Oh, it's just a precaution, sir. The trees grow so near the house that quite a bit of wildlife gets into the house unless the screens are up.
Well, then, let's get them up. Is there some sort of handyman?
Oh, yes.
You know, I'm fascinated by the maze. Did you dig up the key for it?
Oh, no, not yet, sir.
Well, there's no great rush. You must tell me more about it at dinner or tomorrow. Because today I must get back to the house and get to work. But I would like to get some windows opened.
It's cold this time of year. And the screens need painting. Now, if you could just wait a while...
Not too long. The house is as musty as a tomb. Let's get it opened up a little. What is it?
Oh, you left the front door ajar.
Oh, Mrs. Denton, don't worry. I realize there's an oil crisis, but a little extra strain on the supply...
It isn't that, Mr. Masters. Oh, we shouldn't ever leave anything open. There are things that can enter.
Things? Oh, you mean mosquitoes, flies, insects.
And there are other things.
Woodcocks, opossums, raccoons. We're that far out in the woods?
We're all alone here. Isolated like.
Well, as long as it isn't bears or anything we can't handle.
What is it?
I don't know. A funny dead smell. Oh, we must get this house open and let some air in. And
what?
I thought it was oppression at first, but strange reaction. It's depression. Doesn't make sense on a day when it's so clear and the cloud cover's so high. I never felt like this in my life before. Well, heavy, listless. No, what's the word? I know. Something I've never totally felt in my life, even at my parents' funerals. Sad. Just unbearably, inescapably sad.
Oh, Lord, help us. I knew as soon as I saw the door open. And the moment we got inside, she's back again. You let her back in.
The ultimate pragmatist suddenly in the grip of an unbearable emotion, and for no practical reason, certainly no natural one. So, by the evidence, it must be supernatural. Who is the she who disturbs the peace of this haunting, strange house? I'll be back as shortly as I can with Act Two. In the dark and gloomy hall, the huge, ornate staircase curving up behind his head like a giant question mark, John Masters, shaking off the depression that shrouds him, turns to the frightened, cringing little woman. Mrs. Denton leans against the heavy front door, whether for support or as if to bar its opening at the insistence of some outside force. It's hard to tell. Before he can speak, he has to take a deep breath to lift the crushing weight of nameless sorrow from his chest.
What she? Whom have I let back in?
Oh, I suppose you had to know sooner or later. Well, I'll try to make it as short as possible.
Not in this echoing vault. Let's get away from sound and half-darkness. Here, the dining room will do. Now sit down, Mrs. Denton. You look as though you'd seen a ghost.
Thank you, sir. No, not seen. But I know she's here.
Who's here?
Oh, the poor lost little soul. Stella. Miss Mayor that was.
Tell me what this is all about.
Oh, it goes back over 10 years. And she was such a lovely little thing, Stella. Just 17 and bright and gay. Chipper as a little bird, always laughing and full of fun. Until Ram Gitano came to work for us. There were horses here then for riding, and he took care of them. And he drove Mr. Mayor in his car to and from the station. Oh, he was a handsome young man with black hair and white teeth and a dark gypsy skin. And it didn't take Stella very long to fall head over heels in love with him. And they would sneak away and meet in the middle of the maze. There's a little sort of Grecian temple there. There used to be a gazebo. And I was so worried, I hid myself away behind there one night after dinner.
Moshkatroka e Borodine Sherlukan Kisana.
What is that, Rod?
Darling, what do you expect from a gypsy? That's Romany.
What does it mean?
My heart and all my pulsing soul is yours my only love.
Oh, how beautiful.
Yeah, if you go for that. Oh, Stella, baby, what difference is it how I say it? I'm crazy about you.
And you know I love you.
Well, you know I buy it, but will your old man?
I don't know.
Have you talked to him about us yet?
No.
What's the matter? Afraid he'll think I'm not good enough for his little chick?
I'll handle that.
I don't think so.
Oh.
All right, Stella, you can go. I heard enough on my way into the maze to know where we stand. I'll handle this from now on.
Crouched in my hiding place, I blame myself bitterly for not having been at the house so that I could have stopped this meeting. I could see, hear how hurt my little Stella was, and I wanted to come out and help her. I knew how wrong this man was for her, but I also knew Stella. I knew how deeply she could be hurt and how easily broken, so I froze, helpless.
Doesn't matter what you do or say, Daddy. I love him. And if he wants me, I'll have him. Any way he wants me.
Sorry it had to be like this, sir.
I am sorry it had to be at all. How long has this been going on?
Oh, for some time, Mr. Mayor.
If you have in any way...
I may not be Ivy League, but so far I'm a gentleman. No sweat there.
You had better not. So help me God, I'll drag you in for statutory rape.
I wouldn't advise it, Mr. Mayor. You wouldn't have a case. But nudge me far enough.
I'll nudge you, all right. Straight out and keep on going. You're fired.
You're making a mistake, Mr. Mayor.
My mistake was in hiring you, never letting you get near my daughter. But from here on in, I'll make sure you don't have another chance.
You know I could tie you into a pretzel, old loudmouth.
Try it and I'll put you in jail where you really belong.
On second thought, maybe I'll just lay a nice fat gypsy curse on you. That's what you really object to, isn't it? My race.
I don't give a damn about your race. Or your color. Or up to a certain point your creed. Simply that I can recognize a no-good, hands-out bum just as well as you can. I came up from nothing myself. Only I made my own way. I didn't climb over other people's backs to get there. Now get out and stay out.
I waited a long time before I left the maze, and by that time they'd gone to the station. And I was left to comfort and try to calm down a frantic little girl who was mad with grief. Oh, I should have slept in her room that night. Her bedroom was the same as you have now, Mr. Masters. But I was fool enough not to. The rest of the story I had to piece together from fragments spoken in fever by Stella during her long, last, puzzling illness. Late that night, Ram came back. Climbed the big tree outside her window. If you look, there's a branch cut off now that used to stretch near enough to reach the sill.
Ram!
Shh! Help me in.
Where? Give me your hand.
Grab hold of the window frame.
Okay.
Don't let go, just for a moment. And keep out of my way. I'm gonna jump. Now! I'll close the window quick.
Are you all right, darling?
Fine.
Oh, did you come back to take me away?
Yes, but all in good time. Everyone asleep?
Oh, I think. Shall I get dressed?
Not yet. Now look, the safe downstairs. Your father still keep all that dough in it?
Well, yes. Well, there's nearly 10,000 there. I put away some for him this morning. Why?
You know the combination?
Well, of course, but...
Look, darling, let me hold you in my arms. And listen to me. If I'd gone away, if I hadn't jumped off that train when it slowed down for Traverse Crossing, I'd be gone out of your life, you know that?
Why?
Why? Because it's written in the stars. Or if you don't like my gypsy second sight, because by the time I ever made enough money to be able to afford you, old Moneybags Mayor would have talked you into marrying someone else.
No, Rom. I never would have.
Well, this way we're taking no chances. You're going down now to sneak open that safe for me and give me that dough.
You mean steal it?
Honey, when we're married, how much bread you think your old man is going to sling around like confetti? This is a drop in the bucket, but it's enough for you and me to get started.
Oh. All right. But then I'm going with you.
You can't, baby. Not for another couple of months, till you're 18 and your own woman. I'm going to cut out with this stake, get myself set, send you my address, and as soon as you're 18, you come a-running to me and we get married. Once that happens, you know he won't touch us. Honey, it's the only way we can make it.
Oh, Ram, I don't know.
I thought you loved me.
I do. But
okay, then. Prove it.
There. It's open.
Okay, honey. Now get on upstairs. You know nothing about this. Leave the rest to me.
Oh, I don't want to leave you.
Just for a little while. Trust me.
Oh, I'd put my life in your hands.
Who's there? Don't move till I get the light.
You kidding? Look out or I'll... Oh, what? You damn... Goat. You killed me.
You? I thought I'd seen the last of you.
Come here. Look, Seth, that's what you bought.
Daddy, what happened? Oh, you killed him.
Still, I was only protecting my house. I didn't know who he was.
I don't remember. You killed me. Drak Volbin Eister and Dermot Stark the Vampire.
What?
An old gypsy curse on you. I will not die till I replace my soul and one of you become a Vagram Sylphide Vagram.
And this all happened 10 years ago?
It would have been 10 years, nearly 2 months ago. And Stella, by that time, was under psychiatric care. Oh, the poor child. She just went to pieces.
Do you think her father knew that he was shooting her... well, that he knew who the man was?
I don't know. I know that Miss Stella thought he did. She never spoke to her father again. Oh, this house was a terrible place to live in. We were all smothering under a terrible... a blanket of grief and shock. Sometimes it was hard to breathe.
That feeling at least I had just now.
And she lay upstairs in the bed you slept in last night and just wasted away.
No, Mrs. Denton, that's silly. In this modern age, with all our medical know-how, nobody just wastes away. Life can be maintained by mechanical means almost indefinitely, particularly a young life.
They couldn't keep her alive. They said it was anemia, pernicious anemia. They kept giving her transfusion after transfusion, but the doctors were helpless. The blood just seemed to break down and disappear. Well, she was buried in the little temple in the center of the maze.
And that's where she lies now?
No.
You mean she was reburied somewhere else? Her body was moved?
Her body was moved, but not by any earthly means. It just disappeared.
I don't understand you.
Oh, Lord, forgive me. I don't understand myself. I can only tell you this. After Stella's death, Mr. Mayor was a completely broken man. He couldn't stand this house, complaining all the time of the same smothering pall of sadness you felt today. But he wouldn't sell the house, not while his daughter rested here. So I was kept on as housekeeper, and every day I took fresh flowers to place by the coffin.
By his instruction?
Yes. There was no wall about the maze then, but you can imagine. Because I had loved her so. What a sad pilgrimage that was every day. She might have been the daughter I never had. So I would kneel there and pray. But after I'd learned to find my way blindfold to the center, I seldom thought of looking at the coffin itself. Until one day, I did. And...
Mrs. Denton, are you all right?
I'm as right as I shall ever be again.
Are you up to finishing your story?
Oh, I'd rather show you, as well as I can. You wanted to see the maze. Well, now's the time to see it.
You found the key?
I've always had it. I never let it out of my sight. Shall we go?
I followed her to the maze. The lock, rusty and old, but apparently well-oiled, opened easily, and we threaded our way to the little Grecian temple at the center, Mrs. Denton leading. Inside the temple was a dais, and on it lay a carved, frescoed bronze catafalque. She brought me to it.
The lid is very heavy. It takes a strong man to open it. One day after she died, I came here with my flowers. The lid was standing open. I was appalled. And I stepped forward to look in. Open it yourself, Mr. Masters, and you will see what I saw.
Curiouser and curiouser, cried Alice as she wound her way through Wonderland. But this is a darker and more disturbing world than Lewis Carroll ever dreamt of. Even at high noon, as John Masters and Mrs. Denton look upon the coffin of a long-dead girl, the forces of darkness swirl and cloud about them. I shall be back shortly with Act 3. The little Grecian temple in the center of the maze is very simple. 4 ionic columns, perhaps 12 feet high, bearing a cupola roof. It is open on all sides, save for a low marble circular series of slabs at sitting height, supported like benches. In the center is a dais about 3 feet high, on the surface of which rests a bronze coffin, obviously maintained with loving care. There are no flowers.
Lift the lid. You need have no fear of disturbing the dead.
Very well.
It won't be so hard, because I'm a foolish woman. The hinges are kept oiled.
There's nothing there.
Exactly. That's what I found all those years ago. A month after she had died and been buried.
I was annoyed. I had bought this house from the Mayor estate with a built-in housekeeper to guarantee my isolation and quiet for my mathematical experimentation. I realized now I should have questioned more closely the bargain I had thought it to be. But that die was cast. The problem now was to put all this nonsense out of my mind, and at the same time try to banish the stifling feeling of profound grief that kept sweeping over me from time to time. But within a day or two, with the weather warming and the screens up so we could open windows, that had passed, and I could get on with my work. Then suddenly, it returned more strongly than before, and on an impulse, I called Father Dan and invited him down for a weekend.
Oh, could we open a window, John?
They're as wide open as they can be already. Why, it isn't that warm.
Well, then, could we take a little walk in the garden, do you think?
I was waiting till tomorrow to show it to you, but maybe it's light enough. Why not?
There'll be a gibbous moon. It's a little over the half. And I'd like to see this maze of yours. Well, it's an amazing little labyrinth. I wouldn't have believed you could find your way in here so easily.
Well, it isn't so difficult. There are a whole series of little markers to lead you right, when you know where to find them.
Oh, even in this half-light? You must have come this way quite often.
Yes, I'm fascinated, naturally, by Mrs. Denton's foolish, well, you might say legend that she's been building up.
Yes, of course, of course. And I see there are fresh flowers by the coffin. I thought that had been stopped a long time ago.
Oh, I put some there yesterday morning before I picked you up at the train. A gesture. I don't know why.
To an empty coffin, huh? And it is still empty.
Well, naturally. But I have seen a picture of the young lady who should lie in it. I'll show you later. And she was a lovely child. I suppose that gypsy lover's relatives stole the body.
No. Now, why would they do a thing like that?
Well, how the devil would I... She was wearing jewels, rings, when she was buried. I can only surmise they robbed her for those. Or some kind of vengeance.
Did he have relatives?
Oh, Father Dan, I don't know. I told you it was a surmise. Let's get back to the house. I was in no mood for discussion when we returned to the house, which was unreasonable of me, since it was the main reason I had invited Father Dan down. But the mood of depression hung too heavily on me, and I wanted to be alone, to sleep, to just forget. I had no idea how long I had been lying in bed. I may even have slept for a while. But all of a sudden, I came awake, or consciously in control of thought. The moon, low in the heavens, cast a glow on the floor between me and my bed. And slowly, the moon glow misted between the window and me, twisted and swirled gently, and rose and formed into the figure of a woman, transparent as the mist, standing before me and moving towards me. Who are you?
I have come for you.
For me? Why?
Don't question it, my love. Just come.
Where?
Now, quickly. To the center of the maze. The center of the maze.
I didn't question it. Don't ask me why. Suddenly, I felt her lips on mine. Warm, promising, drinking all my heart's blood. And then she was gone. I, who have questioned every move, decision I'd entertained, I went like a child, and in the soft moonlight met her there. Was she beautiful, deadly, fascinating, irresistible? I can't tell you. She was all in white, swirling around her, and her face was concealed in a milky scarf that bound her head. I had a moment of annoyance almost. I have come here, but I don't know why.
Because I love you. And I want you to love me. Give yourself to me.
Give myself to you? How can I? You are a specter. You have no body, no being.
Give yourself to me. I will do you no harm. Take me.
I've never refused a woman yet. All right. Come here. We were no sooner in each other's arms than I felt myself lifted off the ground, carried by her, high up over the trees, mounting, sailing effortlessly, while in the moonlight I could see the country spread out below. And every so often, her lips pressed to mine as I have never been kissed before, drinking from me, drawing me to her, lifting me with her to glide on the wind currents until...
Until what?
Until... I don't know what. I don't remember. Till I woke up in my bed this morning.
Well, feeling how?
Well, all my depression gone. Relaxed. Oh, with a strange lassitude for me, but also a kind of peace. So you see, I can send you back to town as relaxed as I am. I suppose I shouldn't have dragged you up here in the first place.
Very well, John. You may call me whenever you need me.
Well, I just needed a little contact with good common sense and human kindness to banish all the foolish dreams. I'm myself again.
You don't think, John, that maybe the things that are happening to you should make you question just a little what it's all about? I mean, us being here...
No, you don't trap me in that old argument again. I thank you for coming here, and I don't know what came over me. Maybe Mrs. Denton's graphic history. But I'm myself again. I said goodbye to my old friend, confident that he had no worries about me. I should have judged him better. During my next weeks of tranquility, I little realized how thoroughly he tried to save me.
Fascinating history, Father. And equally fascinating how far we've come from different approaches, backgrounds, educations to measure the same results. Never ceases to astound me.
Well, I don't know why. You study the human mind, Dr. Holland, I the human soul. Are they separated so far? But there isn't any time for philosophical discussions. I've had some letters and a couple of phone calls in the last few days that have exacerbated all my fears and brought me back to you.
Yes, after a period of relief, the massive depression started to reinvade the house, and the dreams of flying have returned with this unknown wraith.
How sick is he, Doctor?
There's a word. Let's say, is he schizophrenic? Possible. I can give you some other words and gobbledygook which mean something to me. I'd guess it's an obsessive compulsion reaction if you force me to a clinical response.
Well, then how would you treat or how would you help such a man?
I can't give you an easy answer. Can I meet him?
Why not, Paul? Do you want to drive up there next weekend?
With the approach of the full moon, my white-clothed lady with a scarf about her head and face appeared to me in dreams, if they were dreams, more and more frequently. Together we soared, or seemed to soar, wherever I asked, or the winds took us, or she desired. And without my realizing it, day by day, I grew weaker and weaker. Each night, she would come to bear me up with her, flying high above all the world and its sins and its agony.
Darling, oh my darling, kiss me.
Yes.
Hold my lips, suck in your breath, and then release it into my mouth. We are one. We are one. You are mine.
When will we be together always?
Don't you know? It is already over. You have saved me. Now you must find love yourself. Oh, my darling, you grow heavy. Heavy. I can't hold you up any longer.
You must. I cannot fly like you.
I can't. I'm cold. I'm cold. I'm cold.
No!
Well, thank you, Mrs. Denton, for bringing us here to the center of the maze.
If you don't know your way, it's hard to find.
So this is the tomb from which the body mysteriously disappeared?
Yes. I haven't seen the inside of the coffin myself.
Oh, you can open it if you want. There's nothing to see.
Well, for curiosity's sake, I'd like to look, but you are the one who should say if it's proper.
As I'm told, the poor child hasn't been there for 10 years. It's hardly likely we'd disturb her body or soul now. It's heavy, but... Oh, sweet Mary, full of grace.
It's not empty any longer.
Huh?
She almost looks alive.
Oh, that's her. Oh, my little Stella. Oh, just as she used to look. Oh, my darling.
Oh! Dr. Harland, here.
What is it?
Here, behind the little temple. Look there, that was my friend, John Masters.
Good Lord, he's dead.
Of course.
It must have been a terrible fall. The fractures are so multiple. But from where?
Oh, good Lord, forgive me, I don't know. From the sky.
At least from some terrible height, and yet it's incredible.
What's that?
The damage is so extensive. I don't want to go into details, but there should be blood. And there's not a trace of it. Not one single drop.
They say the corpse of one who has become a vampire will always be found as fresh and full of blood as if it had arteries and veins that sustained life. I'll be back shortly. One further note on the vampire legend. The vagrom, the wanderer who seeks blood, having found it, joins the dead in peace. The donor, the victim, must wander between heaven and hell till he finds one to love and nourish him and grant him the sanctuary of the grave. An endless chain which always leaves one spirit unsatisfied and searching for rest. Look out for him or her, whoever you are, whatever you think your armor is. In the end, if there is one single chink, the vampire will find it out. Our cast included Gordon Gould, Rosemary Rice, Mary Jane Higby, Robert Maxwell, and Ian Martin. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown.
G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.